Might as well get this link out to everybody too, huh? The most fun part of every stream, the start. Looks like people are logging on to Periscope quicker than anywhere else. Weird. Hello, Periscope people. Who uses Periscope? Interesting. Looks like we got chat speaking up. So, hey everybody, how's it going? What should we talk today? Somebody says I look amazing and healthy. Thank you so much. Thank you, kind chat. So what's going on? Well, I said that this year could be a year where Ethereum beats Bitcoin, which it's done by twofold since the dip, the COVID dip, where everything dipped really hard. See, in crypto, we have these things called dips, and Ethereum dipped 95% once from 1,500 down to 88, and then Bitcoin dipped, I don't know, 65% in 2 weeks. For the COVID dip, it dipped 85% in 2018 from about 20K down to 3K, dipped from 14K down to 3K. Yeah. So in cryptocurrency, the people that buy the dips, they earn the money when they sell of the people who buy the tops and then sell the bottoms. So in a relatively closed system where people are exchanging hands between each other, where else does the money come from? No, you're taking someone else's money, right? Now, the good news is that there's this concept that no one else understands but me, apparently, that paper gains are considered real gains because it's unlikely that everyone tries to sell at once. So the paper gains on your house are likely real gains because if you sold all the houses at once, they'd all be worth nothing. If you sold all the cars at once, they'd all be worth nothing. If you sold all the stocks at once, they'd all be worth nothing. So statistically, paper gains are real gains because the likelihood that everyone tries to sell at once, causing the price to go to zero, is extremely unlikely. So with the 10 years of history that we have in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin does 85% dips, Ethereum and altcoins do 95% dips. Let's take a look at the dips HEX has done, which, by the way, all of them were buying opportunities so far. All of them made new highs so far. So let's go do the math on this real quick. It's on the homepage, as so many useful things are, literally right on the homepage. Go to hex.com, scroll down, go to HEX is overperforming. I'll read it to you. That life-changing wealth creation comes with extreme price volatility. Many successful investors have had to withstand harsh price fluctuations. On its way to 2 million X returns in 7 years, which, by the way, it's done 4.2 million X now, the Bitcoin price dipped 94%, 95%, 81%, 86%, and on some exchanges dropped as close to zero that you might as well have just counted as zero. Those are called flash crashes. Amazon dipped 95% once too. Now it's 50% of all commerce in the United States sold on the internet. In its first year, HEX dipped 81%, 73%, 67%, 87%, and then went up to make new all-time highs. Oh, dips are opportunities. Yes, people that sell love the price to be high because they're selling. And people that are buying love the price to be low because they're buying. And I'll show you a way to set limit orders, and I'll show you a way to see other people's limit orders so that you can see who's buying the dumpers coins from them. Price dips are often opportunities for the impatient to give their money to the patient. HEX's large price movements up and down are a feature, not a bug. People that buy tops and sell bottoms hand their money to those that buy bottoms and sell tops. Notice that HEX tells you right here on the front page the prices will go up and down violently. Bitcoin and Ethereum's websites do not, which is interesting for coins that have dipped 95 and 85%, which HEX has never done on the USD chart since it's been trading on Uniswap. So both Bitcoin and Ethereum have dipped harder than HEX has since it had a trading market. So, yeah. When the most important thing to users is the price, what could be more important than discussing it? HEX is about realistic expectations. So I hear crybabies out there. I hear little crybabies crying And then I go look at the price chart, and it's up 150x over the bottom about a year ago. Okay. And the last new all-time high was just like a month or two ago. 2 months ago. So stop crying. God damn. If you're not selling anyway and you're staked anyway, people are just getting shaken out and giving you more fees. They're giving you more emergency end stake fees. Like, I don't understand what the crying's about. Anyway. Another thing, in HEX, it's the first cryptocurrency in the world to have this feature where you can time when you end your stakes. And so what does everyone do? They just ignore it, and they don't care to look at the chart when everyone else's stakes are ending, and then they stack on top of each other. One of the coolest features of the currency you guys should probably use. You go to hex.vision, and you look at this chart of expiring stakes, and you put your end stakes in the future where other people's aren't. And then you don't hammer the price when you decide to go buy a Lambo, as some Hexicans have, and I've received the videos. You know, it's just, you get paid more because you're not trying to sell at the same time other people are selling. So it would be great to have a feature like that, auto guess some dates for you in the future. Maybe Staker.app, guys, which, by the way, if you haven't installed it, I hear the Staker.app is really cool. You can do automatic stake ladders. You can have a referral program. You can have pay your fees in HEX. So a lot of cool stuff there if you're interested on Staker.app. All right, let's take a look at chat here. Oh, so let's talk about the market in general. Bitcoin's getting murdered by Ethereum, and HEX is dipped from its all-time high of 2 months ago because it just runs on a different cycle. And you'll appreciate that more when, you know, at some date in the future, you'll appreciate that it's separate and doing its own thing, in my opinion. It's going to be nice to have something that beats to its own drummer. Yeah, so let's see. How long ago? Well, I know when the all-time high was. It was January 1st. So, or December 31st. It's 2 months ago. So I'm hearing lots of crying about a dip. Let's go measure this dip here. Let's see how it even compares to the other dips. I guess some people don't like buying opportunities. Yeah, this is a 64% dip. The dip that preceded it, that was 2 months before that, was a 80-something% dip. 87. I think this is the V1 pair, so I think it's only like 82, because the V1 is good for history, but not good for like current volume. So the dip might even be smaller than this. I'd have to be on the right pair to show it. So Bitcoin spelt wrong in title. Uh-oh. Is it? I don't know that it is, buddy. It just says Itcoin. Is that right? Hold on a second. Let's edit this video. Itcoin. Awesome, bro. All right, thanks for pointing that out. All right, useful chat. Thank you for pointing something out. If you mention shitcoins in my chat, you get banned. Just say no. Where can I buy the HEX necklace? You can't. This guy posts, I buy tops and sell bottoms, sir. Nice. Where do I buy Itcoin? Yes. I don't know why that messed up like that. But I appreciate you telling me. I mean, I have an idea why I messed up like that, actually. I won't fix it right now. You are beautiful, Richard Hart. Thank you. Smartest voice in crypto. Thankful that we have Richard Hart on our side. Yep. All right. So, hi, Richard. I'm new to crypto, but was advised to buy Bitcoin. I missed Snapshot, but here now. Can you tell me how to swap my Bitcoin to HEX? Sure. you just go to bridge.renproject.io, and you might, I can't remember if you need a little bit of Ethereum to complete that or not. You might. So you might be better off just using the Changelly link on the homepage at hex.com, because you can swap Bitcoin to other stuff without having gas. But if you can get a little gas, or if you already have a little bit of Ethereum, you can use bridge.renproject.io, and then you don't need any sign up or anything like that. Richard, do you ever change your clothes? Yes, but I like HEX. So when I'm streaming to you guys, I'm wearing a HEX shirt. And if I'm not wearing this, I'm just wearing a black t-shirt. So you'd be asking me the same silly question anyway. Okay, so let's talk about limit orders. There's this, in DeFi, the vast majority of the liquidity, DeFi is short for decentralized finance, the vast majority of the liquidity is what is called automated market maker order books, like Uniswap. And that means that you pay a 0.3% fee when you trade on it. There's another system of order book where you don't have to pay any fee, and it's called a CLOB, central limit order book. And there's one example of those in DeFi, and you can place limit orders. So for instance, if you use 1inch.exchange, or they're more anonymous, less tracking you, 1inch.eth.link, which is hosted on IPFS apparently, you click limits, and then you can set limit orders to buy HEX. So you can trade USDC for HEX. You can trade WETH for HEX, which is wrapped Ethereum. You have to wrap the Ethereum first, and you can wrap it on that system at 1-to-1, or you can wrap it for slightly cheaper at ETHEX.com at 1-to-1. You can always wrap and unwrap Ethereum into wrapped Ethereum at a 1-to-1 ratio on ETHEX.com or 1inch.exchange. It's cheaper on ETHEX because it's just a more gas efficient way to do it. So if you want to, now this system, because it's early days in decentralized finance, and the 1inch guys, they didn't upgrade their platform to account for this breaking change in Metamask that they were warned about for a year. And because of that, if you have the newest Metamask installed, you're not able to cancel orders. So if you're on 1inch and you're setting limit orders to trade anything, buy anything, sell anything, whether it's Ethereum to DAI, Ethereum USDC, HEX USDC, HEX wrapped Ethereum, any of those things, and you're on the newest MetaMask version, you can't cancel orders. That's terrible. Like 100% horrible. But I know of a way that you can cancel orders, because I'm smart and I'll tell you things that you don't know how to do, because I know and you don't know. You can go on matcha.xyz, and it will be able to see the limit orders that you've placed in 1inch.exchange or 1inch.eth.link, which is the one that I would suggest to you. And then you can cancel your orders there. But it doesn't have a cancel all feature. So you're going to pay a lot more to gas to cancel them individually one by one. But at least you'll be able to cancel orders, which seems pretty important. You really would like to be able to cancel orders. It seems like really super duper important. What else? So the nice part about that system is you can set limit orders. You don't pay gas fees, only if you cancel. It doesn't take any gas to place orders. It just takes gas to cancel the orders. But there's a trick, like a caveat to that. So basically your orders are going to get filled by ARB bots most of the time, and the ARB bots won't choose to fill it unless there's some profit in it for them. And so in effect, you still get, like, you're going to get filled where you want because it's a limit order. So if you set a limit to, like, you know, buy Ethereum at $1,500, you're only going to buy it at $1,500. But the ARB bot is unlikely to fill your $1,500 bid until, you know, it can sell somewhere else for like $1,520 or something like that, or $1,510. So now one day, if there were enough like retail eyeballs kind of looking at that 0x system, or if more people were using aggregators like 1inch.eth.link, then those, you know, cheap orders would just get picked off and filled, right? So why would any person that wants to buy pay more And if the 0x, there's no 0.3% fee, there's just a free 0.3% money there, basically. Another weird thing about that system is, once your limit order gets small enough that it's no longer cost effective for an arbot to hit it, because there's just not enough money in it to pay for the gas, it just kind of sits there. And then you've got to decide whether you want to cancel it. And you really should consider canceling it, even though it might be, $15 or whatever currently, because gas is really expensive. Because if you were to ever, I'm not totally sure if this is the case or not, but I think it is. I think there's a way to shoot yourself in the foot with these limit orders. So if you authorize the contract to spend up to a certain amount, and then you set a limit order, and then you spend the money on something else, and the money's not there, what you have is a limit order that can't be filled by anyone, but is sitting there like a time bomb. And then one day, if you ever send the resource back into there that would allow it to be filled, some arbot will fill it, and you'll just get like filled at some price that's totally insane. Like you could have left like $100 sell for Ethereum in there, but there was no Ethereum in the account, or wrapped Ethereum in this case. And then, the price goes up to 1,500, which it did today. And you put some more WETH in your account, and an arbot's like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy some $1,500 Ethereum for $100, and grabs it. I'm not totally sure that's possible, but I'm like 90% sure that's possible. So either use those time limits that they make you set when you place an order, and be aware when you use longer ones, or cancel your orders. And thank goodness Mr. Richard Hart told you of a way to cancel your orders so that you didn't get screwed by that system just not working. Now, there is another way to get the 1inch system to work, I think, and that is to install this extra compatibility mode MetaMask. But installing new MetaMasks is like very risky, and I don't even like promoting it because so many scammers out there try and get you to install a fake MetaMask. And so unless you really know that you really got the right MetaMask by looking at the real MetaMask and clicking the developer and clicking see more projects from this developer, and then seeing that that other app is from the same developer that developed the real one, you can avoid all of that like keychain of proof stuff if you don't need to ever install a new MetaMask. It's, I try not to train people to do things that the scammers want them to do. Scammers want you to install their fake MetaMask. Scammers want you to write down your seed words for them. So I don't, I in general do not want to train users to get into the bad habits. What's my opinion on this NFT? Every time I see NFTs, it disgusts me. When you see people overpaying for JPEGs, it means that what do you not want to see in crypto? You don't want to see your taxi driver telling you to buy. You don't want your hairdresser telling you to buy. And you don't want these goddamn JPEGs that people are paying thousands of dollars for. Because I know where that leads. And where that leads is those people will all get the shit wrecked out of them. Because if there's anything in the world that gets sold first, if ever there's some harsh dip, it's that shit. Because it's garbage. If you want somebody's JPEGs, hit Alt print screen, and it will just screenshot that window for you. And there you go. And you saved a lot of money. So I like real scarcity or artificial scarcity when it's required to fulfill some other goal, like representing the limited resources of humanity. So that's what currencies do. They need to be scarce because the human resources that they're made to represent, right? Limited time, limited goods, limited services. That needs to be scarce in order to be a faithful analog to serve its function. Artificial scarcity of only making one piece of art, that just means there's less art in the world. It's stupid. It's like a mind hack on the humans. Like, hey, humans value scarcity because it used to be really useful when you have essential things you have to eat. Like if you don't eat omega-3s, essential fatty acids, you literally die because your body can't synthesize them. If you don't have vitamin C, you literally die from scurvy because your body can't generate it on its own. So our desire to get things that used to be scarce was very useful to program into humans to evolved. But now it's hacked. They addict you to grindy video games where you do the same stupid thing like a pigeon. Ooh, click, 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 click. Ooh, bing, bing sound like a slot machine. That's terrible. That's all horrible. So I think NFTs are disgusting. I mean, you're basically giving people something to gamble on. And the problem with giving people something to gamble on is like, look at the GameStop thing. All right, let's take a look at GameStop. Hey, everyone, we're going to do a short squeeze. Okay, well, that sounds cool. Cool. So you're gonna get the price to go higher by forcing people to buy, and then you're gonna dump on them. Okay, but what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is, while you're forcing those guys to buy to cover their shorts, you're also forcing these other plebs that are listening to you to buy too, and they're gonna get dumped on as well. So you're not just gonna dump on the hedge funds, you're also gonna dump on everyone else that was in with you. So it's like you would prefer to engage in investing in things that have lasting value. And games in general do not have lasting value. People get bored of games. That's a healthy human thing to do, is to get bored of games. So whenever you see some new crypto game thing come out or some new crypto NFT thing come out, it is not likely to stay high priced. It is likely only to have a high price when everyone is having frothy exuberance and, they're the first things to go. And they're the first things to stay down. Like, why are they buying some new weird garbage NFT? What happened to the crypto kitties? The stupid horribleness that was. It's just a terrible thing. So I don't, my abbreviation for NFT is no fucking thanks. That's what NFT stands for me. Overpriced JPEGs, I'm good. No thanks. They're not, like, this shit's insane to me. A bunch of people that never bought a piece of art in their life try and pretend that being degenerate gamblers on ticker symbols is now art. You're like, no, that's not art. That's gambling. Get the fuck out of here. Checking your... So what have I taught you so far? Well, 1, HEX is still up 153x from the bottom. 2, its all-time high was 2 months ago. 3, every big dip in the past has been a buying opportunity. 4, you can go set limit orders on 1inch.eth.link or 1inch.exchange, but they eyeball you. They keep logs on that one. And if you want to cancel those orders, you can use matcha.xyz, matcha.xyz. Now, I posted a tweet not too long ago saying, hey, how many of you guys have multiple accounts? Because, I have access to tools that not everybody else has. And so I could release these tools and give people some really cool abilities in DeFi that they don't currently have. Like, for instance, I've got a tool that'll show me balances across accounts. And you can just type, here's the coins that I care about. Here's the decimals of precision I want. And it'll go through and look through every account in a Metamask and tell you what your balances are. Metamask doesn't do that, which is so stupid, by the way. Think about all the things that could exist in your crypto wallets and don't. Oh, you want to pay more than one person at once? Too bad. Good luck. Oh, you want to see your balances of other tokens? Ha ha ha. Good luck. Too bad. Click every account one by one. Ha ha ha. You're like, why is this so crap? It's so crap. It hurts me. Oh, you placed limit orders? You can't cancel them now. Ha ha. Welcome to DeFi. You're like, that's what's so funny. HEX works 100% uptime, 100% perfect. You want to start a stake? You can. You want to end a stake? You can. Everything works all the time. We have never had this problem that all the rest of DeFi has, where it's like, gotcha. You can place orders, but you can't cancel them. Fuck yourself. What is this shit? HEX does everything better. See, this is the other thing that I find so funny. There are so few things left that you can do to make HEX better than it is. It's so damn good. It's just a matter of time. And so shit that totally 100% sucks, pumps and dumps. Not so many days ago, Dogecoin went up 8x and then dumped. What's going on with Dogecoin? Is there any development? No. Is there anything interesting going on at all? Nope. People buy because other people bought, and then people sell because other people sold. It's reflexive. So you get these reflexive systems where, well, it's the same. HEX is kind of similar in this way. Oh, price went down. Noobs and plebs are like, oh, sell, sell, sell. Oh, price went up. Buy, buy. And then it's just hilarious that people don't have any patience. And staking, or here's another thing. People complain about gas fees. Hey, you know who doesn't have to pay any gas fees? People that have long stakes. They're not paying any gas fees at all. None. So why are you getting beat up by gas fees with short stakes? Like, there's so many things that HEX does that are like awesome, that if people would just use them. Set your end stakes in gaps where other people's end stakes aren't. Use longer stakes. Get paid more for doing so. Consider dips as buying opportunities if the future looks like the past, where those last 4 or 5 dips were fabulous purchases. You know? And just remember that at some point, as long as you have product market fit, as long as, you know, HEX has a cult-like following, people absolutely love HEX, and they should. It's absolutely amazing. So it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, until virality kicks in, and everyone's like, oh, God, this is great. You know, oh, I do love making 30, 40, 20, whatever percent APY you're making. It's awesome. You know, it's just a better designed ecosystem, and you need only, oh, by the way, there are other coins that shill better than you guys in the HEX community, and it bothers me. You know, I go on 4chan and I look at the other dog shit coins that are getting shilled there. HEX ain't there. Is that my job to go shill on 4chan? No, it's not. It's not my job. It's your job. Because in HEX, you don't have expectation of profit from the work of others. Which means if you want to expect profit, you need to do it from the work of yourself. So go work. You know, I see people handing out HEX stickers. I love it. I see HEX tattoos. I love it. I see people doing live streams about HEX. I love it. I watch them. I love them. It's absolutely fabulous. We just need more of that. That's it. More of that. The passage of time. Product works perfectly. It works golden. It's like, it's absolutely fabulous. I think if some of those features got added, like a kind of DeFi tool section, could bring extra eyeballs. That'd be neat. Yeah. Let's check chat here. Yeah, Crypty Girl, I liked your video. Thought it was cute. Seeing you walking around in the snow. I like dresses that have those X patterns in them, where you have like geometrical shapes. Pretty cool. Somebody in, well, let's see here. How much are high gas fees hurting HEX price? It's hard to know. I mean, to some degree, people that might have sold won't sell because they can't get their coins, because it's not cost effective for them to get their coins because the gas costs too much. But those are usually like smaller amounts. I really don't know. It's a good question. But here's the thing, right? If you think HEX is very, very gas efficient compared to like any other thing on ETH, and you know, prices are going up in some of those things, and they have gas too. So it's just kind of how it is. I mean, look, if someone wants to go ahead and build something cool, go build an encapsulated HEX stake that it operates on layer 2, and then people can get in and get out and trade their layer 2 HEX stakes as shares of a larger stake. And they'll have increased complexity, but it'll be cheaper, right? So like that stuff can exist, but you have to prioritize what you want to build. There's so many things I want to see built. Like, where's the HEX margin trading? Right? Where's the server side, so everything's not done on the client? And then like there's so many things I want to see kind of built around HEX that just aren't there yet. And you got to put them in the order of importance. What I think is silver as an investment, I think it's a piece of shit. It sucks. This is silver. Look, it tarnishes. Sorry, bro, that bought this. I still like it, but I'm just saying. I mean, this is silver too, but well, this is white gold. This is silver. This is silver. This is silver. In general, I just am not partial to silver as a metal. I don't like having to clean tarnish off of the stuff. So you're not going to beat crypto gains with other bullshit, guys. You're just not. You're not. You're not going to beat crypto gains with anything else. Let me repeat that to you. You're not going to beat crypto gains with anything else. Bitcoin went up 4.2 million X. You ain't getting 4.2 million X anything else. There's Ethereum's up, from 88 to 1500. Calc. Ethereum's up 17x in less than a year. HEX is up 150x. Like, you ain't stop. Why are you fucking around with this silver, gold, 2,000 years old? What are you going to do with the 2,000-year-old investment opportunity? You think people haven't figured out its value yet? They have. You're not going to make mad gains in those things. They're too old. They've been around too long. Period. And they don't do much, man. It's almost a stupid question. It's just like, look at the chart, man. And then look at the crypto chart and then stop talking. Like, just go compare the two charts, man. Go to tradingview.com and go to ETHUSD or HEX BTC or HEX USD or Uniswap HEX USDC, and then go look, man. And none of the legacy stuff compares. Do I think a significant ETH retrace will kill alts right now? No. Like, I don't care about what the shitcoins do, man. I just don't. So, like, right now, the HEX liquidity is 1/3 ETH. So if ETH goes up, access to the bulletin board. So I think TD Ameritrade, places like that. So your options for getting fiat into HEX are individual money transmitter licenses state by state, except for like the 26 states that let you do it without individual state registration. They just use like a federal thing. Or accredited investors only through the bulletin boards. And accredited investor means that you've got 200K a year in income and 1 million in assets. Check me on that, but I think that's the specs. And that only lets you have 1,000 people in your fund, or no, even 100 people. I think it maxes out at 100 to 200. And then if you have qualified purchasers, it's another classification of accredited investor where they have to have 5 million in invested assets, I believe. So it doesn't count their house, which the accredited investor one does, I believe. So like, actually, I'm not like, go Google this stuff, but basically, it ain't easy to do any of these things. So it's not easy. You know, it's expensive to do what Grayscale did, and it's expensive to do what exchanges have done in the United States, with New York being the hardest one because of their bit license. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it very hard. We'll see. You are covered in silver, Richard. True. Yep. Polish your HEX coins. Hey, Richard, I'm a huge fan. Learned so much from you. I was wondering why you don't have a verification tick on Twitter. Because Twitter is not as cool as I wish they were. Basically. Silver is conductive. Who cares about making into bling? So, okay. Richard, I loved it when you spoke about the concept of paper gains. Now everybody can be wealthier in a closed ecosystem like HEX. Can't find the darn thing. Your streams are too long, lol. I just said that again at the beginning of this stream, like 5 or 10 minutes in, man. And it's something I invented, so I'm happy about it. Like, you can't sell all the things at once. That's the reason all paper gains are real gains. For them to all be, quote, real gains, they'd all have to have some price after everyone's sold. It just isn't happening in anything. So we have the best looking chart in the world. I like the chart quite a bit. What about metals, and why are they not inflating? Who gives a shit? Why are you guys dying to FOMO other things? What is wrong with you guys? You're like, oh, look, a thing went up. I'll buy it after it went up. That's how people get wrecked, man. Like, shit doesn't go up forever. There's dips, man. Like, take a look. HEX is up 150x. It's been up 352x. It's currently in a dip. There are dips. Like those, and then some shit doesn't get back up. Like, do you think GameStop's getting back up? I don't know, man. Why? Do you think AMC movie theaters during the pandemic is getting back up? Maybe. When, though? Like, crypto's going up now. Like, I wish people would spend less time spreading their, like, What do you think you're going to make more gains in, potentially? Buying a hex dip or metals ever in your entire life? Ever. Let's go look up, like, let me tell you specifically how silly this idea is. Let's go look up some metals prices, bro. Okay, gold is $1,837. Guess what it was 9 years ago? $2,000. Okay, does that sound like a good investment to you? You want to wait 10 years to lose money? No, it's a shit investment. Okay, well, let's take a look at silver. I don't know anything about the silver chart, so time to learn. Here we go. Give me a long-term chart, please. Charts. 5-year silver. Wow. So much oh wait, 10-year silver. Let me give you the 10-year silver price. 10 years ago, silver cost $45. Today, silver costs $25. Now, I'm not using the R word, and I want to make some funny hand movements and some funny faces. I'm not going to do it because I'm evolving my discourse, okay? But if I could use the R word and make funny hand movement and funny faces, I would be doing that for your advice to buy silver, which is down half from 10 years ago. Garbage. Gold, garbage. Silver, garbage. Noobs, FOMO. Oh, it went up a little bit. Silly. I made a stupid face, didn't I? Oh well. It was a noob face. It wasn't the R word face. It's progress. Oh man. You plebs. You silly, silly plebs. You know what you could have bought? And that you could have bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. You want to know what that? It's not down by half. It's up by a few million. It's up by 3 million X. Okay. What's better? Lose half or make 3 million X? I'll give you gold on a silver platter. And you're like, what? No. I hope one day that the gold analogy even breaks and we don't use it to reference something that's worth a lot. That'd be nice. Maybe buy some platinum and shill platinum there. I can't believe I made the title of this video Itcoin. So fail. Yeah, I just changed some settings on this keyboard and see if I can fix it back real quick. Yes, I'm going to risk the health of the stream in order to run an app. God, what is it called? All right, I give up on it. Back to work. Live stream cut out for a few moments. Sorry to hear about that, dude. Nothing I can do. Yeah, I mean, let's look at my stats. It's perfect on my end. Don't know what to say. Somebody says 800 viewers down to 500 after the glitch. Well, that sucks because I got 0 drop frames. So it's perfect on my end. Hey, we got another do I ever change clothes? Richard, no. I always wear the same clothes, so I have more money to invest in crypto. How's that? Richard, how can I be the man like you? Read my book, t.me/Scivive, SCIVIVE. Read the book. Aww, somebody typed an altcoin in all caps in my chat. And blocked. Will HEX break the all-time high at next pump? I don't think anybody in chat knows, mate. And I don't know either. I really, I do not know what the HEX price is going to do or when it is going to do it. Because anyone can move the price up a lot and anyone can move the price down a lot. So you can literally see on chain, because the majority of the trading is on chain, you can see who is actually selling and who is actually buying. So for instance, if you wanted to see that order book, I don't think I mentioned this to you earlier, but I should have. If you want to see the order book, so I told you how to place limit orders for HEX on 1inch.eth.link. I told you to cancel them on match.xyz. You can also place them there, by the way. But if you want to see the order book, there's only one place I know of right now where you can actually see the order book, and it's on Bamboo Relay. I think it's .com, but Google it. Bamboo Relay. They actually show you the order book for, this DeFi limit order thing. Yeah. I don't know of anywhere else that actually shows you that. You can see some order depth on match.xyz, but it only goes to 3%, which is useless. I mentioned to them in their Discord, so maybe one day they'll fix it, but unlikely. Yo, this guy is so chill and entertaining at the same time. I like the sound of what you're saying, sir. Thank you. Richard, do you have any techniques on how to give yourself incremental rewards to keep you motivated for going for your long-term goal? No. So, the Tony Robbins idea is that you have a better why. So you never, the how will show up if you have a strong enough why. So if you know why you're doing a thing and you can get passionate enough about the mission, then the hows will just kind of appear. So, you could do other type of more clinical, tactical things. So that's like a strategy thing. A tactic thing would be like Pomodoro technique, where you force yourself to take breaks. And then your brain's like, man, I really want to work because I'm not going to be able to soon. And then it sees the ability to work as rare, and then it hoards the working. So the Pomodoro technique is one thing you could try. I don't use it because all I do is work. When I'm not on stream with you guys, I'm working. So it's like being on stream will be the least work I do today. Like when I'm with you guys on stream, I'm not getting other things done. So gold is in computers. Number one conductor. It will always have value. Well, enjoy being down after 10 years wait, mate. Have fun there. You could always use it to conduct for you. Pleb thinking, man. Pleb. Who's ready for massive green candles of HEX to skyrocket? I'm cool with it. But you know what? I'm also cool with the dip. And if you were buying instead of selling, you'd probably like the dip too. People that are buying dips like dips. People that are trying to sell don't like dips. Maybe become a net buyer and you'll appreciate the dips. Yo, Swearworks. I give you HEX on an ETH platter. Nice, dude. Well done. I like that. Very good. That's much better than gold on a silver platter. ETH on a HEX platter. Nice. Hey, Richard, must be tough not getting to the gym. True. I could be doing a whole lot better. Every other day, I'll do chin-ups and push-ups. Not even every day. Sad. Hope to fix that. Transfer Steam for HEX easily. Go to ETHHEX.com. You can do it easily. What is in the cabinet behind you? It's out of focus. There are a bunch of Swarovski giants, like a turtle and a pineapple and a owl, and a swan. A bunch of other little things in there. Any new orgasm tricks today? No. I have hair envy? Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. 927 watching now. Like it. Yeah, do that. Click the like. What are my thoughts on BCH for adoption? No one cares. Adoption is stupid. People don't get that yet. You know where you can spend your Bitcoin? Nowhere. It went up 4.2 million X. You know where you can spend your ETH? Nowhere. It went up 16X in the last year. When are you guys going to figure that out? Adoption not required. Number go up. That's the adoption. Is the number going up? Okay, that's what everyone cares about. Oh, can I use it instead of my credit card somewhere? No one cares. You wish they care. They don't care. No one cares about anonymity either. Bitcoin's not anonymous. Ethereum's not anonymous. You can make your Ethereum anonymous if you use tornado.cash. But like, just in general, no one cares. Yo, Danny boy, you should be reading Survive in the Word document, man, because it's like the newer edited version. So if you're like on the old school PDF, that's a real hard read, man. You should read the edited one. t.me/Scivive. Richard, YouTube community. Yeah, I know. Thanks for the tip, Gamma Fighter. I'll probably get around to it at some point. He gave me a tip on how to get more views. Favorite mechanical keyboard? Topre. T-O-P-R-E. Silenced. Please explain how you explain to no coiners who say crypto has no world value. It's up 4.2 million X. You want to stay poor or do you want to get rich? Billionaires are buying it. Are you smarter than they are? These aren't the best arguments, but they're what stupid people respond to. So, you want more? Do you like the government printing free money all the time, making your money worth nothing? Wouldn't it be nice if that didn't happen? I could go on. Do you think PayPal is viable? Do you think a peer-to-peer decentralized PayPal with less censorship would be better? And you don't have to beg for your money? Could go on and on and on. Like, there's just a lot of really cool things about crypto. Do you think Swiss bank account, private banking is worth something? Do you think offshore money is worth something? Okay. Well, how about no middlemen? You could have all that stuff with no middlemen, right? Like just on and on and on. Ton of really good benefits, the most of which is number go up. How can I make more secure my MetaMask? Take your seed words off your computer and securely delete them and keep them someplace offline. Do you know how to write down 12 words somewhere and not lose them? Maybe store it a couple places. So storing data on paper or steel or marble or buried or in a safe deposit box, all of those things are ways you can protect words offline, and then they're not in your computer. And then if you need to end a stake, load them into a new MetaMask install, end your stake, and then delete all that stuff again. And you know, that's the best you can do. Then if your computer gets hacked, it doesn't matter because your keys aren't in there. Your seed words are offline, and you're totally safe. You like the only way you're going to get hacked is if you didn't actually delete the keys, because you don't know how to actually delete things on your computer. You should Google that, how to secure delete something, because it's too hard for me to explain to you just verbally. Well, it's not really. So if you have a spinning plate hard drive, you can install Eraser from Heidi.ie. If you have an SSD that supports the trim function, then you have to, in Windows, shift delete it so that it's really deleted and it's not sitting in the recycle bin. Or delete it and then empty your recycle bin, and then go to Tools, Options, or Tools. Yeah, right-click your C drive, Options, Optimize, or Tools, Options, Optimize, whatever. Find the Optimize option thing, and then click that, and then run the trim function on your SSD. And as long as it supports trim, it'll take that data that was just sitting there with a flag next to it saying, hey, I'm not supposed to really be here, and then it'll actually delete it. And then it'll be set to 0 instead of being like, yo, I'm here, but I just have a flag next to me that says I shouldn't be. So that's how you securely delete with SSD. That's how you securely delete with a spinning disk. Then if you've securely deleted your seed and your keys and that, it's just offline, then you're just defending the offline thing, which is well understood for thousands of years how to defend things offline. Is that a Rolex Submariner half gold? Yes, it is. Richard, have you noticed that the number of your live viewers continues to go up? Good. Congrats. Everyone's going to get smarter now. You've taken me away from my work, and so now you all get to get smarter for free. Congrats. Somebody says the most. I don't care about how conductive these metals are, and I don't think anyone else does either. If you really want conductivity, go use carbon nanotubes. All right. Apparently, they're the most conductive of all things. I sold some Uniswap for HEX. Thanks for the reminder, Richard. My pleasure. The long-term daily chart on HEX looks good. Agree. Say something in German, please. Plattenspieler. Can idiots be saved? Some of them, yeah. Richard, thoughts on early child development, closing schools, life lessons. I got videos on that, man. So I've got a couple of videos. I've actually got a whole book on it. So people know about the SciVive book. There was another one that you can download in the chat room called Fix the World, and that covers my thoughts on education. There's a lot of that in HEX and SciVive as well. But you can see my videos on we need more. Go watch my earliest YouTube videos, and you'll see. Just click videos, sort by date, go to the oldest ones, and you'll see my videos about education there. I think I'm wearing like a purple velvet shirt in one of them. How many pull-ups can I do? Now? I don't know, dude. Used to be able to do 5. I don't know how many I could do now. Probably less is my guess. Can you explain why you're not pro telomerase as something to lengthen life? Because it also gives you extra cancer, which is the reason telomeres exist in the first place, is a check to runaway growth of cells. So if you use telomerase, which is what cancer cells do, by the way, they extend their own telomeres to stay alive. It's just not a free ride, man. So if you look at the SENS Foundation's idea is to delete telomerase and then only take it from outside the body once in a while so that the cancer cells can't turn it on their own and kill you. So the reason I don't support it is because I know more about it than you do. So maybe you should go learn about it. You're talking to a guy that wrote a book trying to get people to invest in longevity technology. You're telling me that I don't support longevity technology. What? Go on my Twitter, go type search, click the search from Richard Hart Wynn space SENS.org, strategies for engineered negligible senescence, and go see how often I shill the Longevity Foundation that tries to cure aging. But it's more often than you do. Any tips for guys going bald? I don't know, man. Elon Musk grew hair somehow, so do whatever he did. He used to be bald as hell. Now he's got a nice head of hair. I don't know. I'm sure Richard gets enough cardio. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Good compliment. Have I got my teeth whitened? Before, yeah, but it's been a long time. So if they're still white, it's just luck. But, if I drink coffee, which I don't now, I stopped again. So no alcohol, no coffee. I'm doing that again. I like it. That helps, right? So if you don't drink things that stay in your teeth, probably you're. I want he to say he is a gold Submariner half gold watch. I am wearing a Rolex Submariner two-tone. Yes, for the second time. Why do you care? I don't even wind it. It's just jewelry, man. What do I think about Bitcoin security after mining rumors dwindle down? I don't really care. I mean, good luck. I don't know. It's so many years away. I don't care, man. Do you think Facebook's coin is coming out this year? I hope so, but I have no idea. Do you think it'll have effect on cryptocurrencies? Yes. Moon. I think that more people in the crypto ecosystem will cause prices to increase, regardless of what crypto they're in. How can I increase my IQ and become smart like you? Don't worry so much about your IQ. Worry about knowing the right things. Read my book, t.me/SciVive, SCIVIVE. Buy a massive vault and then put a smaller vault in it and buy a gun. You guys, when you type bad English, man, it's just funnier. Vault was misspelled. Like, chat scrolled by too fast for me to like get it, sadly. I sold something on eBay. PayPal locks my money for up to 30 days because buyer didn't mark delivered. Yes, that sucks. Maybe PayPalSucks.com is still working. I'm amazed nobody's asked about Staker.app. Any cool tips for spreading it into the world? Go to blackhatworld.com and see if there's anybody there that's selling traffic that doesn't suck. I don't know. I've always wanted to get around to like looking at that site. It's a place where people sell internet traffic. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. But it's worth a look at, I guess. HEX is my Swiss bank account. Nice hold, dog. What's the best place to retire crypto millionaire? Probably someplace there's not riots. When is HEX available on a mainstream Fiat Onramp exchange? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Do I like Mac computers or Windows guy? I'm not telling. But the answer is Windows guy. What's my typical work day? Wake up, work until I'm too tired to work anymore, and then go to sleep. Richard, you're a legend. When should I tell my nephew to sell his crypto this bull run so he doesn't need to hold to the bottom? Well, man, when I get bearish, I'm going to tell you. No worries. When I get bearish on the general crypto market, I'll tell you. Richard, where can I get your book, Save the World? If you go to t.me/sci-vive and you do a search for maybe .docx or .pdf, should be in the chat, in there somewhere. You can direct message me if you can't find it, and then I could do a search for you, but I'm just going to do the same control F you're doing, man. The thing you're talking about, deleting info, does MetaMask leave info in case I cock it up? Imported accounts? No, if you delete your MetaMask, that shit's gone, to the best of my knowledge. So, if you lose your seed words, you are fucked. Because if that wasn't the case, they could just steal all your money, right? So, it needs to be that way. How safe is storing passwords and seeds in a passwords manager? I don't know, dude. Depends on what manager you're using, huh? Like, I mean, if it's a good passwords manager, it's probably better than having it in a text file, right? 900 viewers, but only 300 likes. Hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit the damn like button. What's going on out there? I'm giving you free knowledge that no one else has. Did you know how to cancel limit orders on a system that no longer functioned? Did you know that you could place limit orders? Did you know that you don't pay gas to do the placing? Like, wow, darn, this Richard Hart gives a lot of free info. Did you know you could see the order book on Bamboo Relay? Bet you didn't know any of those things, because I'm the one that told you about them. So now you know. That's very useful stuff. How can one make ETH private? Go to tornado.cash. Does serial dating get old? Nope. No, it does not. It does not get old at all. It's never going to get old. Just like eating lunch is not going to get old. Did you use XYZ firm for any of the HEX audits? No. We used better firms. We used Chain Security and CoinFabric. Chain Security one wasn't published because it was too hard to make it public. Like, long story. We used Chain Security and CoinFabric. We've had 100% uptime. Our code's amazing. Go read the code. Go to hex.com/tech specs. Scroll down. Check out the code. Check out the audits. It's great. Thank you for sharing this information. Been listening since 2017. My pleasure, man. Hey, Richard, thanks for the mad gains. I have a mice problem. How do I get rid of it? Good luck, man. $1K watching, need 1K likes. Yeah. I mean, I've always considered, like, everyone that does YouTube plays the stupid YouTube game where they make stupid, retarded faces. I use the R word. And, you know, make thumbnails, spam keywords. And I'm just curious, like, they put every title has emergency, pump, dump, crash. Oh my God. Why? Because they all make money on you trading. They literally all make money on you smashing buy and sell. So they want you to smash buy and sell. So they make trading fees. It's terrible. It just wrecks their users. So, like, it just pisses me off that all of the people being exposed to crypto are being exposed to the part that wrecks them, the trading part. And the trading is where you go to lose all your money. So the guy that's doing the honest thing, trying to get people not to trade, he ain't getting no views. So it's like, it's an unfair world that we live in, guys. If you're a pleb, they're out to get you, man. They want you to trade and get wrecked. It's just crazy. You're like, hey, what percentage of traders make money? Like, none. Okay. Well, why is everyone promoting that shit? Because they're drinking your tears, you know? Can you please tell us who Ski-Cat is? I have absolutely no idea. I got to tell you, that dude gives away a lot of HEX. I don't give away a lot of HEX. I don't like giving away HEX. That shit becomes worth a lot. So I'm not a fan of giving away something that becomes worth a lot. Like, it's, you know, it's, if I were going to give stuff away, man, like, is HEX the right thing to give away? I guess. It depends on how little you give away. But, like, if you give away a lot of HEX, that stuff becomes so valuable one day, man. Like, imagine if you gave away like $1,000 and it goes up 100x. Well, that's like 100,000, man. I don't know. Like, if you know about Gresham's law, which states that good money drives out bad, it's not accurate the way people usually explain it, because it requires a government peg to really work. But the general thing is, like, if you have two types of money available to you, and one of them goes up in value and one of them doesn't, you're going to spend the one that doesn't. And so the good money will drive out the bad in your wallet. But in the general economy, the bad money drives out the good. So the general economy will only have the bad money because all the participants decided to hold the good stuff for themselves. So, you know, if it's like shopping. If someone accepted HEX to buy something, I wouldn't want to use HEX to buy it because I like HEX a lot. And, you know, I think other stuff doesn't have the same potential to go up. So, like, I would much rather pay with something else that wasn't HEX. So it's kind of like a Gresham's law thing. I have no idea why Ski-Cat gives away so much money. But I tell you what, I mean, maybe he's right and I'm wrong. Maybe giving away that money creates this viral effect and then makes everyone on ramp, and he could be right and I could just be cheap. Could be the case. Thanks for the book, Richard. It changed my life. How long on ETH are you, by the way? Lol. Trading is death, bro. Learn it. Do you think there could ever be a lol. Do you think more about your HEX Lambo raffle? Yeah, it's like, if you have okay, here's my opinion on like business development. If you have the opportunity to do something that is ephemeral, and for those non-English speakers, that means it goes away rather quickly. So take, for instance, a Lambo giveaway. If you give away a Lambo, you're going to have hype up until the Lambo is given away, and then it will be forgotten about as though it never happened. And you don't have lasting evergreen value unless you keep giving away Lambos. So there are other things you can do that do have lasting evergreen value. So if you make a better website, so like in my brain, I care about the rebuttals list that will let us smack all the haters around with truth. And then I care about the website being updated. And then I care about like better intro videos. Like there's not even an intro video for how to stake. There's not even a video on the site of what staking looks like. Well, that doesn't seem reasonable to me. That seems stupid. So there's a lot, like Fiat Onramp would be neat. So I care more about Fiat Onramp than I care more about website, rebuttals, Fiat Onramp, things that last forever. They just last. I care about those things much more than I care about things that come and go, because people's memories are this long. HEX had a new all-time high 60 days ago. Everyone is like, oh, we're dying, help, please, we're dying. The price is 3/4 of a penny right now. The people were dreaming that it would ever even touch a penny, ever. Like, and so people's memories are only this long. So because people's memories are only this long, you know, I prefer to do things that just last and stay there than do things that come and go. So I think once you have the infrastructure, like maybe credit card, maybe Fiat Onramp, maybe website, maybe intro videos, all these things. I say maybes because we don't have, in HEX, we don't do expectation of profit from the work of others. So you can't expect people to do things. That's why you get in maybes. And who knows, maybe you guys will get those things done first. I'm more than happy to see a better looking HEX site out there. It's just pictures and text, guys. That's all it is. It's pictures and text. It's been that way since I started the internet business back in 2003. It might have been earlier, 2001. I was in the internet business in 2001 making websites and promoting them. 2001, 20 years ago. The business has not changed. It's pictures and text. Truly. I think the websites I had back then looked better than the site I have now. It's just like, God damn it. It's like, pisses me off a little bit. Pisses me off just a little bit. I know there's someone in chat that worked really hard to make a better looking site, and I have left his message unread so that there's a blue mark there, so I remember to read it. Crypto Coffee, talking to you right now. I'm getting around to your message, bro. Richard, can you talk about any of those gas tokens? Yeah, the gas tokens are stupid. Here's how they work. You buy gas tokens early for a platform that you hope to be able to use them on. And then you hope that you buy them at half the price that you go to use them at. And then if, when you go to use them, the price of gas doubled or more, then you made money or didn't spend as much on gas. However, if you didn't buy them right and you didn't get them cheap enough, then you lost money. Kind of sucks. And you can only use them like one place. So they're not worth talking about. The gas tokens aren't that useful. Because you're just trying to market time and speculate on some other thing that's even more volatile than the underlying crypto. That ain't so easy, man. Hey, Richard, I've been watching you for a while. Your quirkiness rocks. Well, you should see all the other things I have to offer, sir. There's lots of rockin' things going on here. What tools do you have access to that most don't know yet? I told you about some of them. I'm not telling you about all of them. Richard Hart for president. Sounds good. Share some of your blonde babes. Stop holding them. Lol. Any plans to develop any kind of tools where HEX can be used? Huh? I don't understand what that means. If you want to play silly HEX games, people have already built those. You can go to hex.com/dev and see some examples. Do I think Metamask will do an airdrop? I sure hope they will, but I have heard nothing about it or inklings about it at all or whatever, so. Buy HEX at ETHEX or inside the Staker.app. I don't know, probably wherever the better deal is my guess. What do you spend all day working on? Can't tell you, man. Richard, what is your definition of a high value woman? Value to whom? Value to me? I kind of like people to say yes. If you say yes, we're going to be good friends. But if there's a whole lot of arguing and no, I can't improve your life. So, you know, I want to make people's lives better. I want to, you know, have a good, effective team. And on my team, I'm the leader. So if If you want to work with me and get badass stuff done and have fun and whatnot, we can do that. But there's going to be a lot of yeses. I hate that no shit. I hate it. And I try and minimize my no's as well. They're no fun, you know? Saying yes to good stuff is a good thing. I just attempted a limit order, but MetaMask complained they're using an obsolete function. Yes, I told you about this already. You can use matcha.xyz, or you can install the MetaMask compatibility mode MetaMask. There you go. You might also be able to use Bamboo Relay straight. Is HEX an ERC20 token? Yes. What are your thoughts on open poly relationships? Do you think as society evolves, will start to become more of an acceptable way of life? I'm a fan of half poly. That's where I can do what I want and they can't. It's like an expensive restaurant. You overpay for food, but it tastes good, so you keep doing it. You could eat cheaper. You could order McDonald's. You could order, you know, Taco Bell. But if you want to eat the fancy restaurant, you got to pay the fancy price. So if you want to be with me, I'm going to get to be with whoever I want, and you're not. And that's what's up. So that's my feeling on that. If you don't like that deal, I'm sure you could go find a nice monogamous relationship with somebody else and have a great time. But for me, fuck monogamy. I ain't doing it. Did that a couple times. Know how it goes. I like this other way better. Facebook account was deleted. I know the feeling. So was mine, but I don't care because I never posted on it. Is Monero actually anonymous and private? Maybe. Hello from Lockdown Holland. Hello there. Fortune is a swamp. I don't wade in the swamps. Can't blame you, bro. Can't blame you. True. Is there any way to restake HEX that's ended without ending stake? Nope. The gas fee almost makes it not worth the end of the stake, as it was a smaller stake. Yeah, it sucks, man, but no one could predict the gas price, could we? So, here we are. I doubt it'll be high forever. And there's ETH upgrades coming. Yay. Any crypto tax advice? I don't give tax advice. I also don't give financial advice. There's a chat room for people to talk about their governments, though, called t.me/cryptogov. Maybe go there. Can you please tell how best to invest in HEX? For example, 30 ETH. Should I place all in one stake or in many stakes? I can't say I have 30 ETH to invest again. Well, I mean, in general, I think stake ladders are cool. So you always have some coming out, you know, you're less likely to need to emergency end stake if life hits you for some reason. You know, you're going to have less yield than if you just staked it all for longer, and you're going to pay higher gas fees because you're going to have to restake. You know, some people just stake for 15 years outright. They stake for 5,555 days. Some people stake for, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. Do use the chart at hex.vision to see when there's gaps, when there's not that many other stakes ending, and maybe stick your stake there. So there's less sell pressure there in case you did want to sell instead of restake at that time. So I'd go to hex.vision. I'd look at the list of expiring stakes. I would slot my my stakes to end where other people's weren't. That's what I would do. Investing and minting coins is a very personal thing. So only you know what time horizon you're comfortable with. So I mean, I can't give you the right solution. I can just give you tips, By the way, once again, you can set limit buys to buy the dip on HEX anywhere you want. So you can set your limit buys on 1inch.eth.link, USDC pair, WETH pair, or you can do it on matcha.xyz, match.xyz, or you can do it on Bamboo Relay, and you can even see the order book there. And then maybe if you've got money waiting to buy the dip, you'll start to like dips because you buy them, you know? And it's like people that are selling love a high price. People that are buying like a low price. Looking great, Richard. Thanks, man. This dude keeps asking me what I spend all day working on. I can't tell you, dude. I can't. But I assure you, I'm working. Richard, when Grayscale? Yeah. Hello, Serena Alonzi. I mean, I could say hi to all the Hexicans I recognize in chat. There's so many of you. You know who you are. You're good folks. I like seeing you guys in here. What are the NFTs? Are really any profound use in them? No, they're garbage. They're stupid JPEG people. They're JPEG pictures that people gamble on because they're degenerates. It's terrible. Art is awesome. NFTs? No fucking thanks. I want HEX, but it's pretty confusing. Any plans to make it easier for us guys? Number go up, buy low, sell high. What else do you need, man? The only, I can't make it easier, dude. The only thing I could do is remove more text so that there's just a buy button. Would that make it easier for you, dude? Should I hide the text, man? You gotta read, man. It's just, you don't understand how your bank works or how your computer works, and you seem to work fine with those things, right? So let's see what we got here. It's pretty funny seeing that silver is down by half over 10 years. That was pretty funny. Thousand viewers, yay! What's up? Everybody enjoying the bull market? Everyone enjoying those new all-time highs in Ethereum? HEX just had new all-time highs 2 months ago, 60 days. Now Ethereum's getting its new all-time highs. Man, I bet people wish they bought that dip, huh? ETH dropped 95%, then it dropped 75% in 2 weeks, and now it's at new all-time highs. It's funny how crypto does that. Dips and then makes new all-time highs. Somebody's calling out cool hexagons. Yeah, respect. I see you in chat extremely. So am I. What's going on here? Richard, that's an open relationship. It's a half open relationship. It's open on my side. I'm not having my girl come home being like, ugh, what's that smell? Other dude smell? Nah. Nope. Scotland says hi, Richard. Thank you. Look, monogamy is okay. You're just going to end up having less sex with less people. So if that idea turns you on and you like having less sex with less people, congrats, man. More girls for me. So go do that. Have fun. I am not interested. Richard, one question, Coke or smoke? Neither. No, I have no interest in either of those. I don't understand the domain matcher.xyz. There's this like vegetable or fruit called matcha, like matcha tea, MATCHA. Like match A, like order matching. Matcha. High rates, do you think someone will develop a lending or borrowing for HEX or futures or hedging risk? Yeah. I do think someone will make that one day. Would be cool if it was already done. I'm waiting a long time. In the past, HEX has tracked ETH pretty closely. It seems to have decoupled. It's always been decoupled, man. It really has. It does its own thing. Ethereum and Bitcoin both died and went to hell and dropped 75 and 65% about a year ago in March for the COVID dip. HEX went up. So it wasn't correlated then. It's not correlated now. It does its own thing. Sometimes it's correlated, but very often it's not. Will you light the candles when HEX hits 10 cents? Sure, why not? Actually, this is why not, because it makes a hell of a mess. But it's still already a mess, so no big deal. Somebody says, YouTube censored the stream. Why do you think that? Let us go look at the views. No, we have more viewers constantly the whole time. We had one dip for some reason. I don't know why that dip was there. That kind of sucked. How long was that dip? They give me no resolution here. Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Don't know why there was a dip. I haven't seen that before. When is the next crypto conference sponsored by Hexagons? Great question, man. I enjoyed attending. It was great. Portugal says, hi, Sir Richard, you are superb. Thank you very much, man. Preferred location for a HEX convention? Well, I mean, as long as COVID's going around, dude. The internet. If you have the seed phrase, can't you just move your ETH Addy to a new wallet? Yeah. So it says they bought 40 million HEX almost a year ago. Congrats, dude. It's a lot of money. What do I think about Wall Street Bets? I think it's a pump and dump group. And that's fine if you're the guy that dumps on the other guys, I guess. If that's like the moral and ethical thing you want to do with your time. But you're not changing the world. Giving GameStop money is not changing the world. You know GameStop, the place that doesn't give you shit for your games? You don't get any money from them. They offer you comedy money. They're not even like it's just funding companies that have bad business models as a mechanism to be able to dump on greater fools is like not that good for the world. So Wall Street Bets is just a pump and dump group, and they want to dump on you. So like it's, you know, in HEX we're changing the world. We're reducing middlemen. Is Wall Street Bets reducing middlemen? Is it increasing efficiency? Is it a life-changing product that's never existed before? No, it's a pump and dump group. So I'm glad they got popular or whatever. I hope people end up in crypto because of it, but it's on its own not healthy for anybody. HEX has been coiling for the past month. Rip to anyone not taking the time to add to holdings. Nice to hear that, Victor. Well, his first name's Donnell. Donnell Victor. By the way, guys, the reason I've been tweeting a shitload about ETH going up over Bitcoin is because one third of the liquidity for HEX is tied to ETH. And so when ETH's price goes up, it makes the amount of money available for people that want to sell their HEX higher. It makes the price higher. because like the third of the liquidity that's tied to ETH, it becomes more valuable when the ETH price goes up. Furthermore, I'm like the #1 global all-time master shill for HEX. There's no one that has shilled more than I have. Nobody. People get immune to that shit. And so you have to rotate your sales pitches out and hit them with different things. And so if I make a Twitter post that has something with HEX in it, there's some portion of ETH and Bitcoin guys that will not like it and retweet it. If I make a Bitcoin and Ethereum only post that says, hey, look how good Ethereum's doing, there's a chance I could get new people that like those two things but don't like HEX to like it and retweet it. And then at least people will see the headline in my text, which, my username, which is hex.com went up 352x and pays 40% of your interest. So I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get my user base that hasn't liked and retweeted my stuff that much to do so. And I can only do that by rotating the things that I tweet. And my constant barrage of never ending HEX shilling, it doesn't work on everybody. And so I need to rotate to just Ethereum shilling every once in a while in the hopes to get likes and retweets from people that just won't do it if there's a HEX thing in there. So some portion of my tweets, if I'm being effective, has to not have HEX in them. Period. Because there are people that just care about Ethereum and Bitcoin. And they could one day care about HEX, but not if they unfollow my ass and don't see the offer any longer. So I know what I'm doing. How did I sell the name for HEX? Long story, dude. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin domains. Bitcoin HEX was the coolest of them. And then I was like, well, why don't we just get rid of the Bitcoin? That's not a good name anyway. And so now we're HEX. We got very lucky. It's amazing. It's perfect. It's short. You can't misspell it. It's futuristic. Every futurized movie and Lamborghini Huracan is covered in hexagons. When you see hexes in the real world, you think of HEX. It's just fabulous. Got amazingly lucky. Amazingly lucky. It's super amazing brand. Super amazing. Richard, when was the last time a normal computer could mine Bitcoin? 2010. I found some old files from, maybe the first month of 2011. You could still use CPU, but I don't think so. I think 2010 was the last year you could use normal CPU mining without a GPU. But if you consider GPUs, real mining, that was profitable until maybe June of 2011. NVIDIA cards. Why do people point to the daily closing price of crypto when it's supposed to be a 24-hour market? Yeah. People still live cyclically. They wake up, they go to sleep. They want to compare to other markets. It's still useful. You have to choose a sampling frequency. So why not daily? You can enter other ones on the chart. You could look at the 1 minute chart. You could look at the daily chart. You could upgrade your subscription and look at the 3 minute chart. Your sampling frequency isn't really going to change the waveform pattern that much. You could just get the world's biggest screen and look at the tick chart. I don't think it's really going to change much for you. But you could get fruity with this idea, and I have before, and just say why do we even use prices? Why are we using dollar resolution? Why don't we just use math formulas? And instead of setting stop limit orders, people just enter the formula they want to trade by, and then you combine everyone's formulas, and you go down the rabbit hole, right? But basically, you'll just lose money trying to think you can trade. So don't do it. You think you're smart, you think you're good with numbers, so you think you'll make money trading. You won't, you'll lose. Believe me. Don't do it. Any thoughts on this Wall Street's best silver squeeze idea? Yeah, the price will go up, and then some of the Wall Street guys some of the WSB guys will get out early, and all the other ones will lose their money to the guys that got out early. It's a pump and dump group. That's how they work. So now they're just pumping and dumping something else. It's not... I went over this. I shared this stream so many places. Good job, Rare Nair Painting Group, LLC. Good job, man. Can you possibly schedule future streams for like the first Tuesday of every month? What? I don't know, man. I'm busy doing shit. This stream is not evergreen content, guys. I'm glad you're all enjoying it, but like, if I can build shit that lasts, I just prefer it. So yes, I'm gonna keep doing streams because I love you guys, and I know that I matter to you, and you matter to me. So it's a good conversation to have. But yeah, fuck, I should stream more. Whatever. Yeah, I should stream more. I know. So I don't know about the scheduling of streams, man, but I'll try and stream more. Hey Richard, fucking love you. Next big green candle on HEX is going to be epic. How high do you think the T-shirt price will go after the March 15th and stake? I have no idea, dude. I've been sharing this to everyone I know. I'm out of people to share with. I need more friends. Thanks, Benny. Hey Richard, what's your best guess? Hold on a second, guys. I'm back. Checking your chat here. Looking good, Richard. How am I feeling today? I'm tired. I feel pretty good, I guess. I think Wall Street Bets is funding bad companies to hurt the bad guys for political reasons, not to enrich themselves. No. It could be funding bad companies to hurt bad guys, but they do want to enrich themselves. Let's be serious. Why people don't use second layer solution to reduce fees to end stake hacks? Well, because there's no such thing available yet. Maybe you go build it. Go build an L2 for HEX, bro. Come on, chat. I'm fighting my chat window here. What's the purpose of the 5.5 stake versus a larger number? It used to be larger, but then you'd hit gas limits where you can't fit all the computation in a single block, and then you need to create logic to span blocks. It sucks. So 15 years was chosen instead of 50 in order to give us enough leeway for gas cost changes, like the S-load function for storage costs in Ethereum. So 15 years was just a reasonable number. But 50 was the original idea. Have any haters apologized to you in private? Some, yes. Where'd you get that HEX mug? Well, I went to a store that prints like shilling items for companies. Can't remember what they call it. It's not memorabilia. There's some other word for it. And I just went to hex.com/downloads and downloaded the logo there and gave it to them. And they could print shirts. They can print mugs. Most shopping malls in the United States have such a place that prints business accessories. I wish I could remember the fancy name for this type of gear stuff. There's a word for it. Do you think Peter McCormick is crying every night greets from Brussels? He should be, but he's probably not self-aware enough to know that he should. But it's nice to see Ethereum 2x his shit and HEX 142x his shit. It's nice to see that. Good luck with his rock coin. Does nothing. Has no functions. You can send it, and that's it. That's it? Yeah, that's it. After 10 years, that's it? You send it? Yep. Seems a little boring. Restart, you're such a great speaker. Do you have a PR agent to set up interviews? God, that would be a smart thing to do. Because I'm a good interviewer and I've got good production quality, so... Oh yeah, and I founded a multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I should get one of those. Thanks for the reminder. What do you think about Mark Cuban's wallet holding HEX? Good. I hope he likes it. 6-hour stream, please. Y'all ain't getting a 6-hour stream. Sorry. Tired. We love your voice, bro. That's why, lol. Let's take down the bankers. Buy XRP, lol. Yeah. Oh, the internet's pretty funny. See, we make fun of these wrecked plebs buying random things they don't know anything about. But when they do start buying HEX, we'll love them. So, plebs, we have a better option for you here. Love from New Zealand, man. Thank you. Good day from Australia. Thank you. HEX just had an ice cream candle. Glad to hear that. You don't need to be the big green wick. You can march your orders in there to help the price be less volatile, you know. The more long-term stakers, if long-term stakers get their coins cheap, it means they get more coins, which means that the weak hands that are willing to sell in a short time frame get less coins. So anytime I can see strong-handed hexicans buying dips, I like to see it, because that means there's less coins left over for the weak hands to be dumping. I see your joke there, A-Bit Hex. Good one. Many forget that HEX started the bull market of 2020. Could be. I just got here. How bullish do you think the current market is? Well, I mean, Ethereum's doing new all-time highs now. So, in general, new all-time highs are kind of what define a bull market. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be new all-time highs, but it sure is nice. And HEX did a new all-time high 2 months ago. Quit bitching, Richard, and get someone on the stream to roast. I need a fix. Yeah, I hear you. Look, get me someone worthy of me, man. You guys go out into the world and have worthy people message me. I even have a hex.com email address now. I hate email, prefer Telegram. But if you have to email Richard at hex.com, I do have access to it. I never read it. I mean, I guess maybe I should, but, you know, I hate email. 1K people watching an empty throne. I'm just now getting to where I went pee. What do I think about the gas fees? It's a free market, man. They go down, like there's nothing, it is not worth talking about right now. What are you going to do about it? It is what it is, man. You can go build an L2. Good luck, but I'd prefer you build margin trading for HEX. Because like I'd rather see people get wrecked trying to short it and be forced to buy at higher prices. So that you know, there's a lot of stuff that could be done, but it's not as profitable or valuable as other things you could do with the same dev time. Somebody says change the candles to green. They look better as maroon, man. I didn't like the green ones that when they were there. I have a bunch of different colored candles. I like these ones because it's symmetrical. They kind of match the velvet and the cabinet behind me. Well, if you're tired, get some rest. Tired people make mistakes. Mental health is important. Take care of yourself, buddy. Damn right, sir. Damn right. Richard, can you dump one of your girlfriends so you can stream more often? No comment. Is it possible to mine your own transactions? Yes. If so, I'm not explaining it, and it's probably not worth you figuring out. You could Google it, though. What am I having for dinner tonight? Too many calories. I think I'll have a meatball sub. I'm reading your chat, by the way. The necklace is fire. Yeah, it's not bad. It's one of the best gifts I ever got. But, you know, it needs to be platinum and full of sapphires and has to be better than my old company logo, which is white gold and full diamond. So it's just hard to compete with this original one, man. And yes, I fixed the necklace. Thanks. I do not support or want any type of derivative contracts on HEX, because then the only people that make money aren't the HEX holders. They're the side bet people. Let me explain this to you. If you want to margin long or margin short HEX and it's spot settled, then you have to buy and sell the real coins, giving the real coins value. If, however, you have some type of derivative side bet bullshit where people speculate on the price of HEX but aren't required to ever buy any HEX and aren't required to ever sell any HEX, then the only people that get rich on that is the side bet house. So margin trading platforms that don't require settlement in the real coin get rich on the backs of the coins without helping the coins, because the coins never need be bought or sold, and everyone trades the side virtual fake token, the margin, you know, position that never touches the real coins. So I prefer that the real coins accrue value. In order for that to happen, the margin trading has to be spot settled, which means not a derivative. Somebody asked about my Twitter. I am trigger happy on blocks, because what you post on my tweet feed ends up in the eyes of my followers. And I try and give my followers high signal to noise. So if I see shit about altcoins or almost anything that's not useful for the HEX community, I just hide it and block it so I don't have to deal with it again. So, you know, if you think you're wrongly blocked or you want to change your ways or whatever, you can ask me. Just direct message me on Telegram, and then I'll be able to unblock you on Twitter or whatever. But, you know, yeah, like, I'm not an advertising platform for whatever bullshit you're out there to shill. I'm here to give Hexkins what they'll derive value from. And if you're not on board with that, I don't need you spamming up and introducing noise into my feed. The fancy name for gear is merchandising, if you're familiar with the movie Spaceballs. But I think there's another word for it, man. I think there's another word for branded stuff for a business that other than merchandise. I think there's another word. Hi, I'm the infamous investor known as Reddit. These guys are hitting the memes out here. That's a play on the term the infamous hacker named 4chan. These old memes. It's an old meme, but it checks out, sir. Star Wars meme. Richard Hart, in the event of a zombie apocalypse with no internet, do you think precious metals will be the best store of value? No, because we've already seen this. You had Katrina. Remember Hurricane Katrina? Did you see anyone trading gold? No, they didn't give a fuck. Okay. Well, we've seen war-torn areas. Do you see them trading gold? No, they don't give a fuck. They care about bullets, cigarettes, alcohol, gasoline, food. Is precious metals on that list? No. Everyone's fantasy that your stupid precious metals rocks will go up in value if some horrible thing happens. Doesn't work. The world has already seen a bunch of horrible things happen, and precious metals weren't the solution. Richard, you and HEX changed my life. I was floundering through life without any purpose or direction. I'm born again as a new man. Thanks a million from the bottom of my heart. Thanks, Benny Blazarian. I really appreciate that, man. Look, I get a lot of hate every day, every hour. I spend a good amount of this chat deleting it all. And it's really nice to hear kind words once in a while, man. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I hope you read Sci-Vive, man. t.me/Sci-Vive if you didn't. What philosophies do I think are the most important in life? Read my book. Trust me, you'll love it. Stop getting wrecked, you dumb plebs. Also, smash the like button. True. Why don't I like email? It's slow and everyone gets to read it. So your ISP gets to read a copy. Depending on what country you live in, the government keeps a copy. The fucking receiving ISP keeps a copy. The person you're talking to keeps a copy. Now, why do you want everyone in the world to be able to read your correspondence? Back in the old days, when you sent someone a piece of physical mail, it was a federal law. You would go to jail if you intercepted someone else's mail and read it. But now everyone gets a copy of your fucking mail to browse at their leisure. It's disgusting. Why are we losing our analog rights in the digital world? Why do we get less rights now than we used to have? Why are we going backwards? So no, I'm not interested in people having a copy of my correspondence with fucking everybody forever. I don't like it. It's not freedom. It's the opposite of freedom. It's bullshit. So, email sucks. And the fucking ISP, it's so shit, mate. Just, it's no good. Richard, what happened to the diet? The diet got fucked. I'm having a meatball sub. That's what's happening. Maybe the diet will come back. My plans for fitness have been canceled for a short while. I'm losing weight ever so slowly, but Lord knows I'm not doing it. I'm doing a 30 or 40%. 35% effort. How much can I lift? I don't know. I got a video of me deadlifting 3 plates on each side 13 times or something until my hands gave up. You can Google it. You can watch it. It's better by ETH or Bitcoin. Ethereum kicks the shit out of Bitcoin. Big time. Big time. And I used to be the number one Bitcoin maximalist. And then the world changed. And Ethereum just dominated. Higher throughput, lower fees, more features, better price performance, better security, and on and on and on and on. Like, what do you want? It does everything better except liquidity. Now, who does the liquidity affect? People are trying to buy 100 million at a time. You buying 100 million? No? Okay, don't worry about it. It's better in like all the other ways. When's have I have educational videos? Go back to my old videos, and yes, it would be kind of cool to have new ones. I heard the Subway tuna sub isn't really made with tuna. I don't believe that. I think it is really made with tuna. As a matter of fact, the meats at the Subway stores tend to be highly regarded, as odd as that is. I noticed on ETHEX it changed from WETH to HEX to WETH to USDC to HEX. Does that mean USDC is now a thing to trade from now on? Yeah. Yes, it does. That is what that means. It's the 2/3 of the liquidity is on the USDC pair. And so you'll get better order execution on the USDC pair. And so very often, if you're trying to trade Ethereum against HEX, it will turn the Ethereum into USDC to then trade it on the thicker USDC pair to get you better order execution. And if any of you guys are liquidity providers out there for HEX, you know, I think it'd be really cool if you guys removed your HEX liquidity and ETH and put it back as USDC, because then if ETH ever dips, HEX doesn't need to dip with it. So I think it would be nice for HEX to be a primarily USDC liquidity entity. Would I debate some guy he mentions? If he has followers, sure. If he's got 10,000 followers or more, I'll probably debate somebody. Otherwise, I'd rather do other stuff. Is there a URL you'd like on page 1 of Google when searching for HEX crypto? I will do the link building. I mean, hex.com normal standard page should already rank. You know, I guess ETHEX.com will be all right. Maybe, bro, if you want to get some rank and do some link building, go, you know, put some sites up top for HEX Scam, and go put some sites up top for Richard Hart. Those are where we could use more SEO. You know, I think our HEX crypto SEO is already fine. People are going to land on the homepage already. So if you want to go build links, Richard Hart and HEX Scam, I think, are the low-hanging fruit there. This guy is kind of relaxing voice. Thank you. Like button needs a roundhouse kick and an uppercut to the moon. I don't know what it means, but I like the sound of it. Why do you dye your hair and not your beard? What? Bro, how old do you think I am? I'm not that old. Jeez. Do I think Michael Saylor is legit? I mean, look, he's pumping Bitcoin and Bitcoin pumps Ethereum. So that's cool. His company bought $1 billion of Bitcoin, more or less. Okay, what more do you want from the guy? It's good enough. He says a lot of silly shit that doesn't make any sense. He says a lot of shit that does make sense as well. And, you know, he pumped everyone's Bitcoin bags. So good. And by, you know, every time Bitcoin pumped 1x, Ethereum pumped 2x. So I'm glad that he did all that. And hopefully, I hope he becomes a HEX maximalist one day. And then gets everybody to flip over to better technology. That'd be great. So, yeah, like, I'm cool with it. I wouldn't mind if we had 100 more of those guys. But he does say some shit that doesn't make any sense. Maybe he's stoned when he posts some shit. I don't know. Some of his stuff's really on point. It's just like he says the things I used to say when I was a Bitcoin maximalist. And some of them makes a lot of sense. Like being a payment network's not worth that much. Being a store value is worth more. You know, like, yep, yeah. right out of my playbook. Yep. So I agree with all that stuff that he says. That's the exact same stuff I used to say and still say. But then he says some other shit that doesn't make any sense. Like cyber attack hornets and promoting maximalism. And you're like, tool maximalism? No. You know, are you flathead maximalist or Phillips head maximalist? There's different tools for different jobs. Bitcoin can't do time deposit. Bitcoin can't do on-chain exchange. Bitcoin can't do the vast majority of finance. The only thing you can do with it is send it. Sending things is not finance. It's a very small portion of finance. So if you want to replace the banksters, you got to replace all their products. HEX addresses this time deposit. So yeah, anybody that decides to buy $1 billion of crypto, not that bad. Richard, where did I buy the HEX shirt you're wearing? Rewind about 20 minutes. I'll tell you how I bought mine. By the way, anytime you just want to tell maximalists and people that don't get HEX but think they're smart, people that are in crypto and think they're smart but just don't get HEX, send them to hex.com/tech specs. They'll learn more about Bitcoin than they probably knew before, and then they'll understand how HEX works, and they're very analogous systems. HEX and Bitcoin both inflate to reward user behavior. The user behavior in Bitcoin is to defend the network by buying hash rate, which causes pollution and dumps the price. Whereas in HEX, the inflation is used to pay the stakers to hold the HEX price up and defend it. So Bitcoin miners destroy the environment to defend hash rate. HEX stakers get inflation to defend the price and don't destroy the environment, because staking is passive. You just sit there. The only activity is when you start it and when you end it. There's nothing in between. So John says, I got $50,000 dental implants. $50,000 dental implants thanks to HEX. Congrats, man. And that is a lot of implants, bro. So congrats. Consider making a testimonial video so we can stick it up on the site and other people can know the good things HEX doing in the world. What's BTC's most vulnerable attack point? Software bugs that they have no bug bounty program for and no security audits. Terrible. Do I think ETH V2 will succeed? Probably. I mean, you could go use it on testnet now, right? So it's not like some far, far away thing. It's closer term than people probably think. Rolexes appreciate faster than metals. Could be true. Yep, it's likely actually. How would I tell the difference between a long-term and a short-term hexkin? Well, I mean, look, the average stake length in HEX is 4.8 years. Last I checked. Might be like 4.9 now. Can't argue with that number. It's the math. Is lead a precious metal? Well, it depends on what you're working with. If you're doing stuff with X-rays and radiation, you'll probably like lead a lot, but it's pretty rare, or rather pretty common compared to actual precious metals. Precious metals tend to have high prices, and lead does not. That's why we shoot it out of guns. Whereas something like depleted uranium, a lot more expensive. Hey, you look great, Richard. Thanks. I'm glad your standards are so low. I like to hear that. You know yourself, 3 days a week, power lift, deadlifts, and squats, 30-minute workouts, weight off for sure. Yeah, you could out-eat any amount of activity, but those things, I used to do most of those things, so I'd like to do them again. Maybe when the price chills out a little bit. When ETH's making new all-time highs, I feel obligated to shill it so that we can get people to sell their Bitcoin for ETH and then hopefully sell their ETH for HEX. So it's like, that's what I'm thinking about during all-time high FOMO. Do you think that HEX could become so valuable in the future that it will need to be auctioned off to find a fair price? No. I mean, Bitcoin's fine with the markets it has with $42,000 per unit. Maybe 38,000 now or whatever it is. Let's take a look. 36K. What platforms do I recommend to buy crypto? I tell people to use Bitstamp because they don't have margin trading, so you're not likely to hang yourself and lose all your money margin trading. But all these other platforms out there want you to margin trade and lose all your money. So, you know, I recommend Bitstamp. But, you know, there's other options out there. A lot of people use Coinbase. A lot of people use Gemini. A lot of people use Kraken. If you live in Japan, I hear Bitflyer is popular. If you live in Korea, I hear BitThumb's popular. If you live in China, I hear OKX and Huobi are popular. But, you know, in the end, you want to get your money off these places as quick as you can because they make you beg for your money. They de-anonymize you. They're just, you know, they're the opposite of crypto. They're middlemen. And middlemen was designed to get rid of crypto was designed to get rid of middlemen. So it is what it is. You need them. You got to use them to get in and out of fiat, but just minimize your risk by doing smaller transfers and by, you know, having your money off the exchange as quickly as you can. How long is chat delay on YouTube? The chat delay isn't there, but I'm just back behind 9 minutes. So I'm 9 minutes behind. I could skip everyone's chat and just scroll down real quick, but I'd rather not do that. Hey, Rich, you achieved a lot in 2020 with HEX. Incredible performance and flawless launch. Kudos. What do you want to achieve in 2021 and beyond? I'd like fiat on-ramps. I'd like margin trading. I would like more marketing. I would like a referral program. I guess Staker.app has a referral program, so maybe that's already enough. What else? Bigger interviews, live performances. This all sounds fun to me. I'd like all those things. I mean, some really big time, big dog influencers would be cool, you know? Like, hey, what if Oprah started shilling HEX? That'd be pretty cool. Richard, I can confirm it's real tuna. My first job at 14 was at Subway. The tuna is real tuna. It comes out of a can, just like all tuna does. Thanks, HexMac. Thank you for verifying that. Mystery solved. What do I think of polka music? I don't listen to much of it. If anyone has any Subway related question, please forward them to HexMac in chat. Oh man. I mean, you know, man, you can use Coinbase to get USDC in the United States with no fees, and then you can turn it into HEX in ETHEX.com. Just costs you maybe 10, 15 bucks in gas, I think. Have you bought an air fryer yet? No. I don't need more food. I don't need food that tastes better, which I'll end up eating more of. I probably could use a lot of food that tastes bad, so I eat less of it. If I restake and end stake, do I keep T-shares? Nope. You're going to restake with a higher T-share price in HEX terms because the HEX T-share price always goes up in HEX terms. Thanks for your hard work, Richard. HEX in this community changed my life. Glad to hear it, man. We're early. 1 year old. I mean, look where Bitcoin was when it was a year old. nowhere near as far as we are. We're doing very well. People in chat sure do like to talk about food, huh? You guys are trying to make me hungry, aren't you? I mean, hell, one of your usernames is even Cookie. Merlot Mama says, I made my boyfriend a HEX-themed cake for his 40th birthday. Thanks for creating HEX. Thank you, Merlot Mama, for making that delicious cake. Richard will never catch up to this chat with viewers continually increasing. Oh, it's fine, guys. It's okay. Subway tuna comes in a big... I can't believe I'm still talking about this. Sponsored by Subway. Subway tuna comes in a big can. They drain it and add mayo. It's probably the healthiest thing there. Could be. I imagine that chicken's all right. Do you think quantum computing will disrupt Bitcoin in any way? No. And when I'm done with rebuttals list, I'll copy paste you the white paper on why not. This damn Subway chat. Subway is probably the most healthy takeaway you can get. Look, I lost like 50 pounds eating just Subway, okay? I had a tuna sandwich with everything, 6-inch for breakfast, and a tuna sandwich with everything, 6-inch at night. 600 calories a day. They're 279 calories on their own. I mean, unless you put sauces on them, the number's going to go up. But I also did the same thing eating just cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I would have a cheeseburger for breakfast, and then I have a cheeseburger for dinner. They're only 300 calories each, 600 calories a day. Now, everyone's going to tell you you shouldn't only eat 600 calories a day, and they're probably right. But I did it, and it worked. I've also lost weight the other way, where I would bike 40 miles a day. Sure, you can do it that way too. You know, every diet works that you're consistent with. So you can lose weight eating McDonald's, you can lose weight eating Subway. You could lose weight eating just about anything as long as you count your calories. We've gone from Subway chat to dental implant chat. I'm scrolling. I guess I'm making up time quick. Were your business successful from the start, or was there months of nothing and you thought of doing something new? Yeah, I had a lot of businesses fail. I had a lot of businesses work. Like, you get both, man. Life is hard. Like, you know, you got to really try as hard as you can. Do I consider HEX a DeFi project? Well, let me think. Is it decentralized? Yes. More so than all the other DeFi, I might add. No admin keys, no oracles. And is it finance? Yes. So yes, it's much more DeFi than everything else that's called DeFi. That has a shitload of admin keys and a shitload of oracles, which is just two guys running a server. And those two guys running a server can change some numbers and fuck everybody. So HEX is more DeFi than any other DeFi you know of. Thanks, Richard, for the drum bass recommendations. You should check out King of the Rollers, Somebody Else, featuring Lydia Plain. Epic. Well, I'm just going to copy paste that, buddy. Thanks. Rich has a crush on Oprah, apparently. I've never seen a single episode of anything she's ever done. So, probably not really a fan. I just know she's got a lot of fans. Hey, Richard, I know you said to get your money off the middlemen like Bitstamp and Coinbase ASAP. Where do we put our money then? I'm new to crypto and want to protect the coins I own. Well, you put it in your own wallet, man. As long as you can protect your seed words and make sure your seed words don't get stolen, you install a wallet, you send your crypto to it, you export your seed words and put them safe places, and then you delete the copy off your computer. And that's called cold storage. And then no one can steal your coins from you unless you lose control of your seed words or forget them, or, you know, it's a physical security issue at that point. Whereas if you leave your coins on the exchange gets hacked, you know, like to go bankrupt, whatever. Like, it's all bad. So cryptocurrency was invented to give you control over your money. You just got to save your 12 seed words. That's all you got to do. You can do it. Good question, though. And welcome to crypto. Are you ever going to do media, press, ads, etc.? You're a billionaire. I don't understand why you don't simply hire people to build things for you. Well, man, let me tell you about hiring people to build things for you. You can spend a lot of money on stuff and get absolutely nothing out the other side. Let me give you an example. There's a company called Uber, and Uber used to spend millions and millions of dollars on marketing. But then some of their ads ended up on a website that people didn't like for some reason or another, and they wanted to make sure that their ads weren't going on that site. But try as they may, the filtering didn't work and their ads still ended up on that site. So they decided to turn off all their advertising, turn off their multi-million-dollar digital advertising budget. And you know what happened? Their traffic didn't even move, because all of the traffic and media that they were buying was fake as shit. But they couldn't tell, because the people that fake traffic are very good at it. So all they were doing were wasting their money enriching scammers for fake traffic. Buying media is mostly that experience. And you could blow millions and millions, you could blow infinite money on marketing and get literally nothing out the other side. There's a very small sliver of marketing that actually works. And it's very, very targeted. And same, like, I can't tell you how many developers I've paid and the shit they build sucks. And I can't tell you how many designers I've paid and the shit they build sucks. I mean, even paid a professional editor to edit the sci-fi book. Still needs to be gone over again because it's not perfect. So it's like, I hate getting ripped off. I hate it. I feel bad getting ripped off. I do not like it. It makes me angry. So unless I personally am involved with a thing or willing to hire 12 guys to keep one, it's just not as easy as... This is why we don't have more cool things in the world. You can't just say, hey, I have money, and then go up to a random person and be like, build me a Lamborghini. Nope, a random person can't build you a Lamborghini. You need to go to a very specific person that builds those. And all of life with the stuff that you actually want is the same way. So, you know, I want margin trading for HEX. I don't have it yet. It ain't because I haven't tried, you know, it's because software's hard. So you've got finite devs. They have finite time. You have to allocate it intelligently. I do think there could be some low-hanging fruit. Like, I should have a PR person. You know, there's places in my life personally where I could use some more human resources. I do believe that. I just, for me, rebuttals list, shill Bitcoin swap to Ethereum in this bull run, shill HEX, new website. These are things I'm focused on. Fiat Onramp. I like these ideas. This is what I care about. The idea that you can just throw money and have good things happen, it mostly fails. And then you just end up pissed off. And then the more things you try, usually, like, the less likely each one of them is to succeed. If you do one thing and you put your focus on it, that thing is likely to succeed. So, I wish we lived in a world where being wealthy meant that you could just throw money around and amplify your wealth over and over again. It doesn't work like that. I've been retired for 20 years. And I'm telling you that being wealthy doesn't make getting stuff done any easier. As a matter of fact, you get more disappointment because you have to do more stuff, which has more counterparties, which some portion of them just fail out. I mean, look, I've had a 150 employee company before. I know exactly how it works, and you lose a lot of money. And then the money you lost, you could have just, losing money is not something you want to do in a business, particularly in crypto, because you could have bought the dip. So if you don't lose money, you can buy the dip. If you lose money, that's money you can't buy the dip with. And in general, I want the things I do to work. Hi, Richard. HEX is a shit. Do you think aliens are coming or have already come? I think that aliens exist, and I think they're all over the universe. And I also think you'll never meet them because they can't travel faster than the speed of light. And at the speed of light, they're thousands and thousands of years away. And so you are just here geologically for the blink of an eye. So the timing in general doesn't work out. And then you've got other things like the Great Filter, which is like, if civilizations have been around for 1 billion years before we got here, shouldn't we see some signs that they existed through radio communications? Maybe. And then you get into this thing where like maybe intelligent life comes and then disappears very quickly due to some extinction event that we don't know is coming for us. Like maybe it's easier to make nuclear bombs than it is to defuse them, and then civilizations just nuke themselves at some point. Or it comes through pandemic virus, or it comes through meteor strike, or it comes through some big evil civilization that comes and extincts everybody else. Nobody really knows, but it's one of those scary deals where like you better hope we're after the filter instead of before it, because the Great Filter could just make it so that we get extincted, right? I mean, it's just fun science fiction stuff to think about that also happens to be science fact, I guess. Like there's some Great Filter and we don't know why. Maybe it's just civilizations are really rare and we're one of the unique, very rare few. And, the Drake equation isn't accurate in predicting how often intelligent life develops elsewhere. So there's things you can Google. The Great Filter, Drake equation, that's how far a light year is. It means if you were traveling the speed of light, which you can never do because you become infinitely heavy the faster you go. Interesting stuff, right? But once again, it's trivial knowledge to you. Yes, it is the real science and physics of the world, and yes, it is truly useless to you. So do you have money to pay for the best doctors when you get sick at some point for you or your family? No. Maybe you should work on that, because you'll need that. You won't need to turn left at Mars. You will need medical care. So work on medical research or having enough money to pay for it. Keen for the rebuttals paper? Yeah, agree. I used to own a Subway, so says Hexalapod Jove. When I did, the tuna came in a big ass pouch, and indeed was the healthiest thing there. Lol, all that bread isn't healthy though. Oh man. Could quantum computing disrupt Subway? This is the type of discourse I'm looking for. Oh man. Marson Hexagon for Life says, I'm 46. I cycle every day in all weathers. It's easy to lose weight, and I have never been sick. I would highly recommend. I don't know that you've never been sick, man. That's crazy talk. Do you bicycle in a bubble? Richard, what do I think of GameStop? I think it's a shit company that people pump and dumped. So, okay, great. Jonathan Brown says, damn, now I'm skipping a lot of Subway chat. But you guys will be able to read all this chat I'm reading, right? I mean, it posts alongside the video after a while. Limit your beer consumption. Oh, he's asking how to limit your beer consumption if you love it so much. I have a video on how to get drunk less when you go out. If you rewind, you have a drink of water in between each drink, and then it spaces time out and hydrates you and reduces the rate at which you're consuming. It's a good trick. But not drinking at all is even better. And then I got tricks for that. Like, don't have beer in the house. Make it harder and harder for you to get it. And then eventually your laziness will just kick in and you won't bother. Hey, Richard, just ordered the car of my dreams today thanks to HEX. You will be honored properly when it's delivered. Stick a HEX tag on there, man. Make a testimonial vid. Could use it. I know you guys are selling, and I know you guys are getting a lot of money for doing it, and I know you're buying cool shit. So you might as well make a testimonial vid. What are my thoughts on the current state of the crypto market from the macro perspective? Moon, sir. I love a good Richard Hart live stream, bro. You helped me quit video games. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you, bro. And his name is Crypto Bro. Relevant. Crypto Bro, congratulations, man. Keep up the good work. I'm glad you kicked the habit. I'm surprised Richard isn't siding with the Wall Street Bets people. In general, he's right. They're degens. But I think there's something to be said about sticking it to Wall Street. You don't stick it to Wall Street by having half of the degens take the money of the other half. How does that stick it to Wall Street? It's stupid. They should be buying crypto, not shitty companies. What will happen if India bans crypto again? No one cares. China banned it. No one cared. India banned it. No one cared. What are they going to extra ban it? Okay. No one cares. I love Richard Hart's reaction to some of this chat. The eye rolling is on point. Thank you. Are you going to be at the Bitcoin convention or whatever it is? No. HEX is true DeFi compared to the rest. Agree. Do I believe in aliens? I do, but they're too far away to meet you. Do you see Ether climbing faster than BTC in the next year as an investment? Yep. I think Ethereum will continue to murder Bitcoin and eat its lunch and go up twice as much. I think Ethereum beats the shit out of Bitcoin. Brutally. It's faster, cheaper, more secure, and up 2x since the COVID dip over Bitcoin. What more do you want? Seriously, what more do you want? Yeah, by the way, it has a ton more features as well. Oh, and there's like a V2 coming out. Like, it's just, everything's better. Except the liquidity. If you need to sell $1 billion or $100 million at once, you'll get more slippage in ETH than Bitcoin. But that's also why the price goes up more, because it's easier to lift it, because it's a lighter market. Richard Hart, do you think the U.S. government has ever captured an alien creature from outside the Milky Way galaxy? Well, let me ask you. It's a very specific question. Would you not care to hear about it if they captured an alien creature from inside the Milky Way galaxy? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So I don't know why you're just restricting us to outside the Milky Way galaxy. But no, I don't think the U.S. government has captured any such thing. What's the difference from seed words and private keys in a nutshell? Your private keys are generated from your seed words. So your seed words just generate an infinite bunch of private public key pairs. It's called BIP39 HD wallet, hierarchical deterministic wallet. So if you want to Google BIP39, you can read all about it. But I mean, my explanation is probably good enough for you. I've been eager to get into HEX from day one, but sadly barely had any money for food. Launching a Kickstarter soon for LED chess. Hopefully it gets funded and I can invest the profits in HEX. Good luck, Mastique Chess. Retweet Richard's live video on Twitter. Do it now. Good thinking, Miss Jones. Why does Asia always dump? Probably because the miners are there and they need to pay electric bills. So all the coins that proof of work coins give the miners get sold to pollute the environment. That's probably why Asia always dumps. Tesla has no advertisements, worked out well for them. Richard Hart, have you ever been carjacked? Nope, never had that one. How do 12 words create 10 to the 80th private keys? Go read BIP 39. I'm looking forward to the day you and Joe Rogan meet and pump HEX. Would be cool. Please pick me as PR person, says the man with no capitalization or punctuation in his post. No. Hello, do you think that HEX is a good investment? Well, in the last year, it went up versus the US dollar, 352x, 142x versus Bitcoin, and 92x versus Ethereum. Sounds pretty good. I don't know about a PR guy, but I think you could use a personal meme guy in your life. Well, A-Bit, I've seen a lot of your memes, and you're about as close as I'm going to get. And the guys at t.me/hex memes do a pretty good job. Of which you are a premier member, I might add. I remember back when Hexologist was my main meme guy. There was a time before Hexo did live streams. I remember his first stream. I think he was doing memes. HEX memes. I didn't believe in intelligent life before Richard Hart. Nice. Turn left on Mars. Lamau. True. Richard Hart, have you owned a 7-Eleven franchise as an income stream? No, I have not. But I have, however, eaten an absolute ton of 7-Eleven food. An absolute ton, as you can tell by this chiseled physique. Some of the food tastes good, for the record. You gotta know what to order or grab. How did I get such a simple name on YouTube? Oh. Somebody else. You should go in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest stream. Yeah, probably not. Some guy's probably been still streaming since the year 1990 or something. Preceding the internet. I have a HEX sticker on my Lexus. Congrats, man. Erlich Bachman from Silicon Valley should do a cameo for HEX. I don't know if you realize this, but the Silicon Valley guys did a skit that I'm pretty sure was me. There was a throne. There was giant candles. There was hexagon wallpaper in the background. And I thought it was pretty cool. I respect that because they know about crypto, man. And based on that scene, I am pretty sure they know about me. And I'm pretty sure they know about HEX because they knew what wallpaper to put. So I would love to see them do some more stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. And their show's goddamn hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Mike Judge makes really funny stuff. He also made Idiocracy. He also made Beavis and Butthead. Just makes absolutely great stuff. So should we invest in Ethereum, they say here. Look, man, I love HEX more than anything. If you're not going to buy HEX, though, Ethereum is an okay second. Love the diamond grabbing cash in your neck. Funny. Yeah, it's power to profit necklace. Symbolizes wealth and power. And it is a little gaudy. But hey, that's what works these days. Look, even though that's what works these days, I'm not making stupid faces for YouTube thumbnails. I'm just not. I won't do it. I would much rather get a picture of boobs and put boobs as the thumbnail than make a stupid face for it. Hey Richard, got into HEX a month ago and I'm really excited. It's 9 a.m. in China, the sun is out, having a road trip on the highway listening to your soothing voice. Thank you, you are changing lives. Well, thank you very much, Dudley Wins. Very well written message. Appreciate it. Why are we having huge swings up and down rather than smaller pullbacks? I have no idea. It's just how it is, and it seems to work fine. So it's an opportunity for the impatient to give their money to the patient. Good evening, Signor Richard Hart. Viva HEX. Thank you. Hey Richard, longtime fan. Why has BCH not gone up at the same rate as BTC and ETH? Because it's wrecked. I'm sorry, man. I wish there was some magical thing I could tell you, but people are more interested in selling it than buying it. And probably because they gave away too many free coins to people that didn't deserve them. So when you give a bunch of people that didn't do any work a bunch of free coins, they just dump on you. That's why HEX reduced the amount of coins that people could get for free to nothing at the end of the launch phase. BCH didn't. BCH gave 180,000 free BCH to the Mt. Gox trustee. Who dumped them on your head? He sold 40 or 50K of them already. How would that make the world a better place? How did giving the Mt. Gox trustee free money to dump on the believers' heads make the world a better place? It didn't. It was silly. It's not the right way to do things. So I learned from their mistakes and designed HEX better so that we don't have that problem. The amount of coins that free claimers got is a tiny minority of the coins. After Richard's done with stream, I hope it's still hours away. The new HEX Quant and I will go live to show off a new chart for HEX USD price appreciation with staked interest factored in. And this is from Maddie Allen of HEX Therapy Live. I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research. There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man. So medical technology, mental health, these are the things that really matter. People that do those things are wonderful heroes, in my opinion. So thank you so much for being not only a member of the community, but a leader of the community. You know, Maddie organized that wonderful HEX conference, the first that ever existed, and I was glad to be invited and glad to participate. It was really wonderful. Thanks a lot, Maddie. So go find him on Twitter, Matty All In with no space, MATI space ALLIN. If HEX gets banned in India, what will the Indian Hexicans do? I don't know. Maybe they'll all have boating accidents and magically lose their private keys. Apparently, in crypto, there's a lot of boating accidents all the time. It's really, if you want if you want to talk about your government, go to t.me/cryptogov. I mean, let's put it this way. Google's banned in China. YouTube's banned in China. I think the main HEX website's banned in China. I think most things that are good are banned in China. And how are those things doing? They're doing good. So, if you buy the things that China bans, you usually do very well. I would imagine some similar thing would occur if India did the same. When Subway Coin IPO? Janet Yellen good for crypto? I don't know. Maybe. Like, I have no idea. Richard Hart fueled by gas station hot dogs. Now let's be serious. Those 7-Eleven hot dogs are damn tasty. As long as you don't wait until they've been on there rotating for 8 hours. First few hours, man, are real good. I love my tube-shaped meat. First time listening to you live, no idea why HEX has haters. The project is absolutely genius. True. Yes. I agree with you. Never thought millionaires go to 7-Eleven? All the time. We need more live streams, Richard. For some reason, you always boost my mood when I'm down in the dumps, and you always make me want to buy more HEX. Lol. Hey, man, I get the feeling. You guys boost my mood and make me want to buy more HEX too. Do you think this is simulation? I don't care. It doesn't matter if it's simulation or not. Were you able to beat Mike Tyson in the Punch-Out video game? I can't remember. I'm not really sure. My gut feeling is yes, but I'm not really sure. Maybe I got stuck on Glass Joe. I mean, I remember the character, so I must have put some hours in. Raging Bull? Bulging Bull? Can't remember that dude's name. Hey Richard, why do you think making weird faces on YouTube thumbnails works so well? I never noticed it before, but now it's all I see everywhere. I don't know, and I hope it stops working because it's disgusting. Just saying. I'd rather see pictures of boobs. Who wouldn't? Richard, what would you say to a noob who knows nothing about HEX? Read the website. It's a good website. Good text. HEX.com. Just read it. Watch the video. It's like a 3-minute video on the homepage, man. It's not that hard. How did Richard Hart choose to promote his main followers like Hexo? I didn't. I didn't promote anybody. They did everything on their own, man. Like the people in HEX that you see here made themselves. Like everybody that's in HEX found it, fell in love with it, and wanted to do stuff for it, and did anything they could think of, and that's it. There's no choosing or selecting. It's all emergent. It's all decentralized. There's no top-down organization. There's not. I was invited to the HEX conference. I didn't even have the idea to do one. Matty Allen did that, and it was great. Daily streams, that was Hexologist's idea. Wasn't my idea. There's a lot of stuff in HEX that was not my idea. Does wearing Bluetooth earbuds or headphones damage our brains? Probably not. Hey Richard, F2 Pool is suppressing the price of Bitcoin. They sold over $1 billion in January, not paying electric bills. P.S. Thanks for HEX. Hey man, wouldn't it be cool if you designed a cryptocurrency that didn't have miners dumping you on all the time? That's HEX. HEX doesn't have miners getting paid block rewards. Inflation as HEX does not get paid to miners. The only inflation at HEX gets paid to stakers. And they don't have electric bills to pay. So, it's great. Hey Richard, what are some new tunes you've been enjoying lately? Hooked on Rufus Du Sol. I've been addicted to Doja Cat. D-O-J-A space cat. I like her Bitch I'm a Cow song. I like that. I like what are the other ones? She's got a new one that's kind of a collaboration. It's called like Best Friend or something. And then yeah, she's got like a bunch of good songs. What can I say? I have eclectic tastes. Doja Cat, Rufus Du Sol, Ghidra drum and bass, which is like the most angry drum and bass you can get. I love it. That's what I like. And for a bit, I was listening to the top 80s hits, like but I can't remember the name of the song off the top of my head. That's like the most popular 80s song ever. Take Me On, maybe that's what it's called. Yes, if people want to make clips of my streams, there's probably some gems in there. Probably. Where do you buy HEX? I think ETHEX.com is a great spot. Just go buy Ethereum somewhere and turn it, or go buy USDC somewhere and turn it into HEX at ETHEX.com, ETHEX.com. Why do I use an 8-channel second-gen Focusrite instead of a Gen 3 solo? This mic that I use is really, really in need of gain, and the 8-channel one had a few decibels more gain at the time, back in the first gen. So I just bought it because it had more gain. I don't use extra channels. But on the newest ones that I looked, I'm not sure that there's a preamp stage difference on the mics. Like, I think they might all have the same gain, but I'm not sure. You have to check it. I ended up using a cloud booster on top of maxing the gain out, so it was probably a good idea because I'm not clipping now, and I've got a cloud booster and maxed out gain on I think it's an ATN Gen 1. I don't even think it's a Gen 2. Bald Bull, there you go. Piston Honda, Soda Popinski, and Mr. Sandman. Yep. What were my favorite games on NES? I mean, so Super NES, by far Mario Kart. Regular NES, I mean Mario Brothers and Contra, and yeah, the best ones in that one. Mario Kart on Super Nintendo was just fabulous. It was never as good as that again. GameCube Mario Kart, nowhere near as good. Sloppy, slidey, crappy carts. Hated the handling on those things. When's the second HEX conference? I don't know. I didn't know when the first one would be. And I don't know when the second one will. That's 17-year-old girl music. It's also stripper music, sir. I tried to listen to that Ghidra. It's some chaotic shit. I love it. Gyrda. Good stuff. I mean, currently that's like my favorite music, but I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just listening to Doja Cat more, so. Synthwave's okay. It's alright. It's okay kind of music. I got into that from Dr. Disrespect. Funny dude. The most mind-blowing part of HEX to me is when hackers hack an address and emergency unstake, they give away some or all of the HEX to stakers. It is an interesting thing. You're Richard. What mic should I get if I'm starting a podcast? I'm not that rich. I mean, just use whatever BH Photo recommends, probably. I mean, like, I've had good experience with the Shure and Rode products, so you could probably, I mean, look, you're not going to go wrong with an AT2020 or a SM7B or an NT1 or an NT2A. I mean, but those all kind of require you get your own amplifier stage. So you could get ones that are built in, like, you know, Rode makes mics that just have the amp built into them. You just plug USB into them. That's probably a lot easier, you know? Yeah, the stuff I have is like expensive. I mean, AT2020 you probably get for like 80, 90 bucks. You don't have to. I mean, people do fine with Blue Yeti. Like, you can probably get some cheap off Amazon that works good. So, if you want to spend money and have the best, this one looks the best. And it rejects cell phone noise, you know, like beep, 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 like crackling and all that crap you get from cell phone signals. So this is really great. And it's also got the shock filter built into it, the pop filter on it. So it just is aesthetically prettier and rejects cell phone noise. And those are awesome traits. The NT2A sounds better. So, but you got to have a pop filter and a shock absorber and all those things you got to add to it. And it gets really big. I've had rhythm as a dancer stuck in my head for a couple of days now, says Jay Mills. Thanks for putting it in my head, sir. Who would win in a fight, a grizzly bear or a gorilla? I'm going with the bear. The bear has got claws, gorilla doesn't. I mean, this has probably been done before in history at some point. They used to do bears versus bulls. It'd be like a 50-50 fight. You can read about it, like how they used to go down. I mean, basically, if you train the gorilla to have good tactics and maybe try and get behind the bear, maybe the gorilla wins. But if it doesn't know to, like, try and get on its back, bear's going to win that one. I mean, I think bears are even better at climbing trees than gorillas. Not sure about that. I mean, I've seen gorillas walking around, but can't remember actually seeing a gorilla in a tree. I mean, let's take a look. Nope. Well, these aren't gorillas. Primarily, gorillas dwell on the ground and only spend 5 to 20% of their day in trees. Well, anyway. I mean, gorillas look like they should be better in trees, but man, there's videos of bears just flying up trees. Straight flying. So, I would be surprised if a gorilla could climb a tree faster than a bear. If any of you guys on Twitter want to find me some video and time it and see who gets up a tree quicker, bear or gorilla, I'm intrigued. Richard Hart, would you rather fight 1,000 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? I'm going to go with a 1. Give me 1,000 is a big number, man. I mean, that would fill up a beach. How are you going to fight a beach full of stuff? Go for the 1. The Department of Defense released 2 videos of so-called UFOs, or did it? Yeah, I saw those. It was cool. If we find some inertia-free vehicle movement stuff, you know, that violates the whole can't move faster than the speed of light thing, great. But, you know, I'll wait for more compelling evidence. They're cool vids, but still, gotta wait for more evidence, man. Basically, the requirement for the amount of evidence you need should be proportionate to the outstandingness of the claim. And so outstanding claims demand outstanding evidence. It's kind of like it's kind of like betting theory with the Kelly criterion, where you bet based on your confidence. Similar kind of like thing. You guys are really chatting it up. You've been hungry for some damn chat. You guys are, there's a lot of text coming out here. Now we've transitioned from Subway to dental implants to bears versus gorillas. Bear would destroy a gorilla, and it's not even close. Gorilla would have to strangle or dead slam the bear. I don't even know what dead slam means. What the hell's a dead slam? It's no wrestling move I've ever heard of. Is that something the Undertaker does? Which Subway sandwich would a gorilla like? The gorilla can use sign language and sign the bear to death. Oh my god. Teach the gorilla Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. Imagine seeing a bear fight a gorilla underwater. Man, you guys need to take this level of creativity to your HEX shilling, because it's very good. Yeah, someone's already Googled this. A grizzly beats a silverback 10 times out of 10. The average silverback weighs around 350 pounds and stands at 5.5 feet tall. Their long arms give them the reach advantage on a grizzly, but that's about it. While gorillas are quick, making speeds up to 20 miles per hour, the bears have them beat. Bears are serious, dude. They kill shit. They even eat their own kids. Most people never earn enough to become, quote, an investor. How do you think an average person can get to a comfortable financial place? Google Richard Hart, 1 way to get rich, and I tell you exactly how I did it, and it doesn't have anything to do with crypto. I was rich long before crypto was ever invented. Gorilla with nunchucks or bear with samurai sword? Nunchucks are garbage, dude. You hit something and then it hits you. Clock, clock. It's crap. I hate nunchucks. No, they're talking about moving the fight to a beach where there's no trees to climb. But most beaches have trees to climb, though. Maybe a desert's a better spot. Notice us. We will make this channel equal viewers or more in future. You will make this channel equal viewers or more. What a weak sales pitch. Come on, man. Do better. At least give me the YouTube scam. I give you 1 viewer, you give me 10 viewer back. Can we please do a chat the first Tuesday of every month so we can all remember? This chat has turned into Strape, lol. I have a chat called Strape where basically all the bullshitting goes on because I don't let people pollute up the main HEX chat. So it's at t.me/strape, STRAPE. You have been witnessed, new Zadarov, on both of your accounts, sir. Assume the gorilla gets behind the bear and begins to choke it out. All the bear would need to do is stand up to its full height of 7 feet and drop on its back to crush the gorilla in a forceful 800-pound body slam. See, someone's already thought through all this stuff. All right, guys. So what have we learned? We've learned that you can set limit orders at 1inch.eth.link. You can cancel them at matcha.xyz, or you can install the new Metamask thing to make up for them not having their app developed, right? Or you could just do everything on matcha.xyz from the start. And if you want to see an order book, the only place I know of to do it is at Bamboo Relay currently. And then you can see the limit orders and set limit orders, particularly if you like to buy the dip for HEX and ETH. USDC, DAI, etc. Dips and HEX have been buying opportunities in the past. It dipped harsh as hell 5 times before, made new all-time highs. And Bitcoin has dipped and made new all-time highs. Ethereum's dipped and made new all-time highs. It's something crypto does. And HEX beats to the tune of its own drummer. It is on a different cycle than the other cryptocurrencies, which I see as a benefit long-term. I think long-term, if the rest of crypto decides to do a bear market, it's not set in stone that HEX needs to. HEX can keep doing its own thing. You know, when Bitcoin and Ethereum were dying and went down 65 and 75% during the COVID dip, HEX went up. And if a dip ever comes again in crypto, it would be nice for that to happen. What else? Go to twitter.com/RichardHartWin. Follow me. Go to youtube.com/Richard Hart. Subscribe, like, click the bell, click all. Go to t.me/HEX Crypto. Hang out with 20,000 other awesome people in HEX. Watch the million other live streamers that produce a lot more HEX content than I do. You can find some of them at hex.com/content. Go to SciVive, t.me/SciVive. Read my book. It's awesome. Read my other hidden book people don't know about called Fix the World. Watch my old YouTube videos, the oldest ones. Improve your life, man. Get you stop playing video games. Get you get better relationships. Give better apologies. You know, drink less when you go out, et cetera, et cetera. Really good life advice in there. A lot of people have been helped by. So we got free books, free chat, free coins. I guess they're not free anymore. If you want HEX, you're gonna have to buy it. Used to be free, but that's all over now. What else? Yeah, that's it. I think we got it covered, guys. You know, if you're dying to give away some crypto, sens.org accepts crypto donations, sens.org/donate. They accept crypto if you want to give money away to a good cause. It's a pleasure, guys. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And I like seeing these familiar faces in here. I hope to see you again soon. I'll try and stream more often. I've just been really busy lately. In the end, I'm sure you'll all appreciate it. See you soon, guys.